Hello, everybody. This is Bimbo Barbarella with our Saturday edition of College of Knowledge. And this is the Top Rock episode where we're going to discuss the albums from band Emerson, Lake and Palmer, dating from 1970 to 1979. And I'm waiting for my two co-hosts. You've met them before. You know them. You love them. Jen and Chris. So as soon as they come on, we can start the show. I did want to mention to everybody about how cold it is where you live. I'm sure it's way colder than where I live, because right now here in Florida it's 38. So, hello, Hunter. It's 38 here in Florida, which is like 20 degrees below average. For some people, 38 degrees on January 29th would be balmy. But not for me. I'm sorry. So how are you doing, Hunter? And how do you feel about the band Emerson, Lake and Palmer? Are you familiar with anything by them, or? Because that's what we're going to be discussing tonight. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was no Boyd wrestling last night. Because both Coach and Yeah Man are working a lot of hours lately, and in over a year and a half they have never missed a Saturday. So, you know, everybody needs a break once in a while. I think that's why there was no wrestling last night. But I'm sure they will be back next Friday to entertain you, and we'll see what happens next Friday, when I'm sure they'll return. You enjoy ELP. Okay, that's good. That's good. If you'd like, Hunter, because you know how this works, me, Jen, Chris, and myself will each give our top 10. And then maybe if you would like to comment on who you think might have the best of that number ranking, that just might be something interesting to do. So it looks like they're about to come on. So hopefully we'll have a decent crowd tonight. Imagine that most people are snuggled up in front of a space heater, or we actually have our fireplace going, because we have a fireplace in our house, and we only get to use it maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But let me tell you, that bitch is going now. Is what a trick question? No, really. If you would like to, try and, and give that a try, just see who you think has the best, say, because after we all give our number 10 ranking, if you would like to, comment and say who had the best number 10, I don't know, that might be an interesting twist, because never done that before, so we'll see. If you want, if not, that's fine. Just thought it would be something different, because I just thought of that now. And I'm actually running late because at the very last minute I made a swap of 2 of my picks here, so because Jen and Chris have the link, so I'm sure they'll be up as soon as they can. Here they are right now. Like I said, you know them, you love them. They're probably two of the people who are even close to my intelligence when it comes to music, because most people aren't, because, you know, I'm a frickin' genius. I am. And if you notice, I'm wearing my Valkyrie headdress. Yes. And you know why? Because it's so cold, I feel like I should be living in damn Scandinavia.
It's a little nippy down there in Florida today.
Well, yeah. Right now it's 38.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And you guys are what, in the 20s up in like northern Georgia?
28, 29, yeah.
Can you turn up a little bit? I can hardly hear you.
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to grab another chair because this camera doesn't scooch in tonight.
Yeah.
Jen,
our volume is very
Jen,
beautiful.
And you look like you're feeling better because you look nice tonight. You feeling better? No, but you're feeling better because I know you were feeling like crap for a while.
I don't know. It comes and goes. I woke up the other day and my nose was just running like crazy out of the blue. Today, not so much. It comes and goes. It's not like I went outside.
Okay, you guys are still really low.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Our volume level, I think.
Here,
we test the mic level.
Here. I can't see.
Technical difficulties.
Is that better?
That's turning. You just turn the volume up.
No, not really. It's still the same.
All right, so we got to go. Let's go to cam mic setting. Hang on. It's right here. Advanced, no. Audio. Mic. Oh, it's default. Webcam C90. Okay. That should be good. Or 1, 2, check. I see.
It's still really low.
Shoot. Let me try the 1, 2, check.
Hold on. Okay, now try it again.
1, 2, check.
No.
Check. 1.
It was me that had the volume too low.
Oh, okay.
Remember, because I'm the frickin' genius, right?
Yeah. Y'all getting echo out there too?
Yeah, really? And you're getting an echo?
Got to go with the headphones.
Okay. All right, hold on. Because you got to see these new headphones I got too.
All right.
Oh yeah, Chris hadn't seen them. No. Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh yeah, that's right, Jen. You saw them.
Oh yeah. Watch out, she'll poke your eye out.
Glow in the dark. Awesome.
They actually, though, and I don't want to put people into like a convulsion. Oh, they actually, like bump.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they do.
Awesome.
I like the Christmas stuff that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, kinda. So, okay, so you guys did finally understand that it was just things from 1970 to 1979.
Yes.
Because I know what you're talking about, that Manticore set, and every volume is like $100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
That's
amazing.
Yeah, and trust me, I mean, I was waiting for another, check, from Uncle Joe, because I might have gotten them, but okay, so so is the echo gone?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
How's our volume? Is our volume good?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So
is Connor still here? Is everything good out there?
I don't know. We've only got 2 people watching, so like I said, really doesn't matter because all 3 of us, I think we do this just to, to entertain ourselves. And who knows? People are probably, frozen solid.
Hey, Faye, can you hear us? Okay.
Yes, there's Faye. Hello, Faye. Okay, and right. As usual, we're going to go Jennifer, Chris, and then myself. So, all in all, there is 10 albums in that time frame, 1970 to 1979, and this includes studio and live albums. Because they didn't have any greatest hits albums until, I think, 1984 or 5, something. So, Okay, so Jen, your number 10 would be.
Love Beach.
Okay, is there any reason why you ranked that number 10?
It sounded very poppy, kind of cheesy-ish to me, some of the songs.
Okay.
There was only one good song, the second to the last track on that album, and that was a cover that was written by somebody else.
Mhm.
But the album cover will live in infamy because it has Keith Emerson in his skin-tight white, nut huggers, and they are all dressed like the Bee Gees. It was just awful.
So
Yeah,
Chris,
the album cover is sad.
so Chris, I take it that's your number 10 as well.
That would be my entry level in that list for sure.
Gee, and guess what is my number 10?
What
Love
would it be?
Beach. It's the
Because,
trifecta.
because I remember, because I listened to that once when it came out in 1979, and I thought that it was hideous because I had loved Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or 78 or 79, and just a couple of days ago I listened to it again because I hadn't heard it in forever, and I says, now is it really as horrible as I remember? Well, while I was listening to it, I went to the bathroom and I cleaned out the litter box of Misfit, and I had more fun doing that than listening to Love Beach. So, I got my little cat pen here. So, Jen, Love Beach,
Yeah, Love Beach.
number 10.
Number 10. Did anyone guess that?
Anybody who knows Emerson, Lake, and even their old stuff in like the 1980s, Carousel and the one with the train on it were better than Love Beach. I could play something on the Automacron thing that I finally got working again because I put batteries in it.
Oh, good.
Good.
And
Yeah,
I could-
Tell
And
me
it-
on this one.
We're waiting with bated breath for your rendition of
Oh,
Smoke
yeah.
in the Water.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that one day next week
Mhm.
because I do have a good idea for a Valentine's Day show, even though Saturday is the 12th. I think it's the 12th because. Because my birthday is Monday, so that's Valentine's Day. So on the 12th we'll do a show, and I'll talk about that later on. So Love Beach. Okay, Miss Jen, your number 9, dear, would be.
My number 9 is going to be Works Volume 1.
Okay, now why'd you do Volume 1 so low?
She asked the hard questions.
She wants us to know why you.
I thought that was kind of moving away from some of their hard-hitting stuff early on.
Should have some balance on it.
Yeah.
But
Oh, okay, yeah, because like with Works 1, they each had like one side because they were planning on doing solo albums. But they decided that they could make more money just putting together a side of each. And then like side 4 was just a bunch of, crap that they had to, put in somewhere. So Works number 1. You're number 9. Mr. Chris.
my next 3 are going to be their concert albums, not because of any lack of quality
No,
of the
no, that's fine.
songs, but just because of, with a band like ELP, you kind of want to hear them in the studio. You don't have every track going with people
Right.
like at a concert noise. But I'll go with my number 9 would be Emerson, Lake and Palmer in concert, their 1971 album.
Okay.
So that's. But the live albums are great too. But they could do so much in the studio, and the band kind of struggled with the fact that they could create really, really good stuff in the studio that they could not duplicate live.
Oh no, they could not. And I actually have that ranked quite a bit higher than 9. Okay, so my number 9 is Works number 2.
Okay.
just because Works number 2 seemed like it was a lot of filler. There was only one song on there that's memorable. That's, I think, it's, if we had to do like a top 10 ELP songs, the song "Tiger in the Spotlight" would definitely be in top 10. That's a wonderful song. And if you've ever seen the video on MTV, they're doing like something live in studio, and they have a freaking tiger there sitting, like on the stage with them. And I'm just waiting. For, like the tiger to go bite somebody, but he doesn't.
Yeah, Volume 2 had 4 B-sides from earlier singles, so it really did feel like an album that had kind of collecting some of the,
Right.
the leftovers, kind
Right.
of like Coda from Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Which, before in our other Led Zeppelin show, I don't even think that either of us picked Coda. I know I didn't.
Yeah,
And-
it was just kind of a collection of leftover songs.
Yeah.
Kind of a contractual obligation album.
Right. At least with Works 2, they actually did have some songs that they seemed to put some effort into, whereas like Coda was just leftover crap, that didn't make any sort of record. Okay, so Jen, you're number 8.
Well, how about Works Volume 2? For all those reasons mentioned.
Okay, and now Works, okay. And Works number 2, I actually ranked a little bit higher. And when I come to Works 2, I'll tell you why. But so, Chris, you're number 8.
Number 8, Pictures at an Exhibition. Another solid album.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Only impugned because it's a live concert instead of a studio effort.
Right, and I don't know. I think for them to make that their second album might not have been that great a choice, because I really didn't like it.
All right, you're number 8.
Is Welcome Back, My Friends, to the Show That Never Ends. And reason why I picked that number 8 is because it is very bloated. Because I actually had the 3 LP sets, and my favorite ELP song is the whole Tarkus suite. And on that LP, Tarkus, they split up, so you have to play both sides to get the entire Tarkus.
Okay.
And I hated that. I hated that.
It's funny. Normally, if someone's if you're talking about a rock and roll band that makes 3 and 4 minute songs, bloated is a bug. But with prog rock, bloated can be a feature.
Oh yeah.
If there's an idea that's interesting, they keep expanding on it.
It's like the whole Carnival, because you can listen to that in one sitting, and not get tired of it or bored with it.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so Jen, you're number 7.
We're kind of moving quickly today.
Yeah.
So my number 7 is going to be In Concert.
Yeah, that's the one I ranked number 9.
Right.
So that was the 79 effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually have that on album.
Wow.
That's what it looks
album.
like. That's what it looks like. And when I, tell you where it is, I'll tell you why I ranked it where I did. It's not number 1 or 2, so don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, Chris, you're number 7.
Okay. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I ranked that a little bit higher. I'm really fond of Carnival line and that whole suite. So
Yeah,
I had to rank
yeah.
that highest
Yeah.
of the live albums for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And okay, now, like you said, a lot of their studio stuff doesn't translate well live. That I think on Welcome to the Show did translate well. But I still think that with 3 albums, there was just too much. There was just too much. And like I said, the reason I ranked it so bad is because what they did to Tarkus. And that's the only reason. That's the only reason.
Okay. You want to hear half of In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida and then have to split the album. You want to hear all 17 minutes of it in a go.
Well, I mean, like 10 minutes of the 17 minutes is a drum solo. So
you'd be clipped off in the middle of a drum solo.
Okay, so Jen, you're number 6, hon.
My number 6 is. Oh, how did I must have duplicated a number here.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you are familiar, with the counting system that we use here.
I don't see a dupe. Well, I'm gonna make it.
But do you have a number 5 on there?
No.
Oh,
yeah, no, I have
5.
a 5.
Okay, so we'll keep marching forward, and maybe you can find that number 6 later.
No. I must have left out a song or an album entirely. So go ahead.
Okay, so just say Love Beach again, because that's so bad you can count that twice.
There we go. Well, my number 6 is the album we've already referred to. It's Works number 2.
Yes.
Again, it was a hodgepodge, but I did like his cover of Maple Leaf Rag.
Yes.
And Lex Lewis's Honky Tonk Train Blues.
Okay.
That's been covered by a lot of artists as well. So, but
yeah.
The other items,
Well, okay, because mine was Works number 1. My number 6. No, was it? Yeah. Okay, Works number 1, and Works number 1, I think has some very good songs on it. Fanfare for the Common Man. A song called Black Spirits, Hallowed Be Thy Name, and The Enemy God Dances Within.
Great titles.
Yes, exactly, and I think that's why I just liked them. Oh, okay, so Faye says C'est la vie too. No, and you did spell it perfectly, Faye. They're very good.
C''EST. Yep.
Close frickin' enough, genius.
He speaks French. He has a handicap here.
Oh, and so what? Are you a Quebecer?
No.
No, the
he studied French, high school, college.
Yeah, and the Quebecers speak funny French. They'll use some anglicisms of les tires instead of les pneus for tires.
And whenever we've been in a country where people speak French, like St. Lucia or St.
Martinique
Martin,
or somewhere,
or France. We've been to France a couple times, and people, when he speaks,
oh really?
Because he's obviously an American, but when he speaks, they're like, oh, and they get all excited and start speaking.
That really speaks to how few Americans have any command at all. That I can utter a few phrases, and
your pronunciation is really good too. So I think that's probably more impressive than.
And you know what got me though, speaking of languages, is that I grew up in like Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. So I learned like Cuban Spanish.
Yeah.
And then when I moved out to California, they spoke like Tijuana Spanish, and I'm saying, okay, and now I can read what you're saying, but you're not saying it right.
Right, exactly. They have all these slangs, And I'm the same way, I grew up learning Miami Spanish, Cuban
Right.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
then
same. Went to California. No, it's no totally
I,
different.
I mean, because Cuban Spanish is much more closer to, Castilian Spanish
Yeah.
than whatever bastard language they speak in Tijuana. I don't know. I think that's like, Spanish and something else. I don't
Although,
know.
once you get into Mexico, they have their regional slang.
Well, yeah.
So,
Well,
they can tell where somebody's from based
Yeah.
on how they're speaking.
well, and Puerto Rican Spanish is renowned
Oh, yeah.
for its speed. It's just they
Yeah.
just speak so quickly; it's really hard to pick up.
Yeah. And you know what I do a lot of times, and I'll do it on purpose. I'll watch the
Good
Univision
novella.
and like the Telemundo, just so I can, you know, sort of like catch up on Spanish,
Yeah.
because when I worked at H&R Block, we used to have like Spanish, speaking, tax preparers. Sometimes when there weren't any, I had to say, "Oh, Jesus Christ, let me think." All right,
Yeah.
aquí.
Beneki. Yeah. So, do you remember that show, Que Pasa USA?
Well, that means what's
Miami?
happening, USA.
Yeah. Do you remember that sitcom, though, that was
No,
in Miami?
no.
It actually starred, it was like a family. Two
Oh, was
teenagers
that the
and
one that?
grandparents.
Okay, was that the one that Betty White was in?
No. But the guy that was in Scarface that played Tony Montana's best friend, he played the teenage kid in that
Oh,
sitcom.
wow. So
But
that
they're
must be old. So 70s,
80s.
80s.
Yeah, but you can go on YouTube and
Okay,
find
Miss
old.
Faye. Okay, Miss Faye. Well, thank you very much for popping in. We definitely appreciate it.
All right, see you, Faye.
Okay.
But yeah, you can find old Que Pasa USA sitcom on.
And there was one Spanish show that I remember, and everybody, and they were like adult actors, but they all dressed and looked like like kids, like 9, 10-year-old kids.
Le Chaperon,
I don't know.
is that
I
the
don't know.
name?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
what you're
But
talking about.
oh, okay, yeah. But you don't have to look it up.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, we'll go back into the music here. We're on number 5, right?
5,
What's
yes.
your number 5, honey?
My
Yes,
number
Jen.
5 is Trilogy.
I rate that a little higher.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Well, then we could not have a triumvirate.
Well, let me just say, because I found what I'd done and I doubled my numbers. So Pictures at an Exposition was 6.
Okay.
Trilogy was 5.
Okay, that's good. Because Love Beach does not deserve to be listed twice under anybody's list at any time.
An album
Okay.
that will live in infamy.
Oh, just like I said, and I swear to God, because you guys do it too. I know, is like you listen to, like the full thing on like YouTube, and I said, you know what? I haven't heard that in a long time. Just let me listen to it again, and like I said, it was just as rotten.
Bad, overwrought love songs.
Yeah.
Greg Lake kept trying to write ballads, and he wrote some good ones, and he wrote some bad ones, and he wrote some real stinkers. And the stinkers seem to have collected on Love Beach.
Okay, yeah, because wasn't that like a contractual CD? I think that they had
Yeah,
to
they
make.
had to they had to crank out one more album for Ahmet. What's his name? But it's the
Yes,
mogul. And
yes.
they're in tax exile. They went down to this island.
Yeah, I thought it was the Bahamas or Antigua or one of
I
those.
think it was the Bahamas.
Oh.
But yeah, their heart wasn't in it. They just wanted to crank out, 8, 9, or 10 songs.
Meet their obligation
Yeah.
and be gone. Yeah.
Of complete pure dreck.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Jen, so what was your 5 again?
Trilogy.
Yeah. Okay. Chris, your number 5.
Mine, number 5, was Works Volume 1. I really like the piano concerto number 1.
Oh yes, that's
They
very
recorded
good.
that with the London Philharmonic. and Keith Emerson was playing a Steinway piano on that piece, so it was very,
Yeah.
very classical. L.A. Nights was a great time.
That's a good song. Yes, that's a very unknown song.
And do you know who the guitarist was on that album? On that song?
John Wetton, I think, wasn't it?
No, it was Joe Walsh.
Oh,
So Joe Walsh guested on that.
wait. Okay, but I need to get half a point because I got the initials correct.
Okay, half a point. I'll put
That's
you down
pretty
for
damn
half a
good.
point.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Joe Walsh, man, he's definitely my favorite Eagle.
I don't know. Do you guys know enough about the James Gang?
No, but I'm always
I
willing to
can
learn.
homework it. I mean, Funk number 47.
Oh,
Classic.
that's
Well, what
gonna.
happened to the first 46 funks? I mean, they're just lost in history. We're going to have to put out an APB and get these first 46 funks to collect them all into a super album.
Okay, and my number 5 is Trilogy. And if you're unfamiliar with that, this is Trilogy. And I was a little bit disappointed in this because all of these ones here are ones that I actually bought. Except the first one my mother had. So that's how I got turned on. But my favorite song on Trilogy is, Hoedown's good.
Mm-hmm.
And the endless enigma is good. That's in like 2 parts and separated by a song. But my favorite song is Abaddon's Bolero.
Right.
And if you don't know who Abaddon is, I'm not telling you, look it up.
Look it up.
If you don't know who Abaddon is, because he's somebody that I have a connection with.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, so Miss 4.
Number 4 is Tarkus.
And any reason why you ranked Tarkus at number 4?
So low. Is that what you really meant to say?
At number 4.
That's not too low.
No, I mean, it's just my ranking, just,
That was the very first ELP album that I actually bought with my own money, and I remember because I had heard of them from like the first one that my mother got, and so I remember just seeing that album cover with that armadillo with the tank, and it says that has got to be the coolest frickin' thing in the world. And I remember that I made money. Because what I would do is I would go around like door to door selling like hard-boiled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I made money, to buy Tarkus.
Well, you could convert your Valkyrie crown into an armadillo. Just put some little shingles across. It's great. You can recreate the album cover.
You have to have the little gun turret on the side.
Yeah, okay.
Now Bimbo's got a gun.
Yeah, but that's a good song by Aerosmith.
Oh yeah.
Bimbo's got a gun. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Baby's got a gun, Bimbo's got a gun.
Everybody's got a gun.
Jen's got a gun.
Yeah.
And
you're in Florida, everybody's got a gun.
And then
Georgia, nearly everybody has a gun.
Okay. Okay, we've got guns and Chris has a plate of deviled eggs. I don't know, but I'd rather get shot at than get hit in the head with a deviled egg. That's for sure.
Ooh, the ones you made today were beautiful.
And you know what, honey? For as long as I know you, that joke is never going to get old, and I'm going to use it on any occasion that I can.
It's going to age like a rotten egg.
And thank you for your help.
You can tell who the good people and the bad people are. You just put the angel food cake on one side of the table and the deviled eggs on the other, and just see who goes to who.
That's right. They're following me.
Alrighty, so that was your number 4.
Yes, Chris, you're number 4.
My number 4 is going to be Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
The first one?
Album,
Okay.
The first one. They do a great interpretation of Bela Bartok's The Barbarian.
Yes. Oh, that is classic. That is classic.
Greg Lake had a great ballad with Take a Pebble.
Yes, Take a Pebble.
The Three Fates was a really ambitious work. And of course, Lucky Man, the song.
Yes.
That was their probably single biggest hit. Greg Lake wrote that when he was 12 years old.
I didn't know he was 12, but I knew that he wrote it when he was like in school or something. I'd heard so.
He learned like 4 chords on the guitar, and then he made a song with those 4 chords, and that's what Lucky Man was.
And wasn't that like their first single?
Yes, that was their first hit single. And it was the first song that used one of the earliest rock and roll songs that made use of the Moog synthesizer.
Yeah.
So it was just a landmark song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a lucky man he was. Yes, and and again, like I go back to my mother who's playing this shit, and I'm like 9 years old when other kids my age are listening to the Jackson 5. I'm listening to ELP. And then she's got it playing so loud that I'm walking down the street, coming from the school bus, and I can hear it like a block and a half away saying, "Oh, Mom's home."
That's awesome.
That's great.
Okay, so my number 4, I'm actually going to pull a mulligan here. You're going to get a 2 for 1. My number 4 is the pre-mentioned In Concerts. And the reason why I like this so much is because the first thing is the introduction fanfare. It's sort of like fanfare for a common man, but it's really condensed, and it's just nothing but Keith Emerson pounding away. And the next song is the theme from Peter Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is Tiger in a Spotlight. And then is C'est la Vie. And here's 2 more good songs that you guys haven't mentioned yet. Is The Enemy God and Knife Edge.
Knife Edge, yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And my bonus track for 4th, you mentioned about Greg Lake. This is his first solo LP. And on this, if you guys have never heard it, listen to it on YouTube. It rocks. It's the rock album, I think, that Greg Lake kind of wanted to do, but because of Carl Palmer and Keith Emerson, well, especially with Keith Emerson, like almost like dominating with the keyboard, he wasn't able to rock as much as he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Songs like Nuclear Attack, Retribution Drive, Long Goodbye. No, really, guys, but check this out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey,
Check it out.
Coach is in. I don't know if he's still here.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Coach.
I still can't see him.
Missed you last night.
Hey, Mr. Coach, and how do you feel about Emerson, Lake and Palmer? You familiar with any of their stuff?
I can interpret, Coach. We're
Yeah, I mean, because Jen. Okay, and so like I told Coach that I was gonna contact Google to find out what the problem is. How come I can't see him when he does his, when he comes on my stream?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
They told me, and it was like Abaddon from like Pakistan or somebody who I was talking to. He says, "Oh, well, Ms. Gonski, maybe you need to delete a Google account and start a new account under different name." And I says, and no, really. And like some of these people I am so rude to. I said, What the fuck is that going to do? And he says, Well, that would help to solve the problem. I said, how? That's
Didn't help your
that's
advantage.
that's
Yeah.
not the problem.
No, but I think Coach Chisholm left. But I had read another thing was for him to delete all of his cookies,
That
and
That could be.
might help.
I mean,
that was a suggestion when I Googled it.
because I've got Windows 10 and I looked all over. I don't see in my thing where I can delete cookies on Windows 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like an account permissions issue. It's somehow Coach's YouTube account has different permissions than other folks that have logged into the chat. But that's kind of
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
She's talking about her own cookies.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Chris can
I
walk
don't-
you through that offline.
Okay, okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
okay.
Because he's dealt with 10 and 11, but
Yeah.
that's what they were saying. Is
I
to
don't know what I
delete
have. Oh, I don't know whether I have I don't know whether I have Microsoft 10 or 11. I don't
He can
know.
walk you through whatever.
You almost undoubtedly have Windows 10, but
Probably.
He's
We
experienced
we could do a remote session.
Yeah, okay.
at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, so that was my mulligan there for my
Okay.
2-for-1.
Excellent.
But I am serious. If you guys are doing nothing tomorrow, just listen to this. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed at all. It is fantastic. Every song, I think, is good.
Good.
Excellent.
Okay, so Jen, you're number 3.
My number 3 is going to be "Welcome Back, My Friends" because it's like the greatest hits album. Kind of.
It does cover a lot of material.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's just, but like I said, I ranked it a lot lower just because it was too long.
One of the first CDs that I bought with my own money was Emerson, Lake and Palmer's Greatest Hits. I like the album cover on that. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah, right.
gracious,
Yeah,
handed album covers back and forth.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that is cool. That is cool. That is
Mine-
cool.
My number 3 goes to Tarkus, for all the reasons we've said already, but just the title track. It's a 20-minute and 59-second track
God.
with 7 sections,
Oh,
describing a battle between an armadillo-shaped tank and a manticore, which concludes with the appearance of an aquatic version of Tarkus named Aqua Tarkus. I mean, everybody's starting to
Of
think,
course,
okay,
it's Aqua Tarkus.
and I can remember being 11 years old, listening to that and saying, "This is the most incredible thing I have ever." And I want to say almost like that inspired a lot of my creativity in writing and drawing. I tried to draw, but I still can barely draw a stick figure. Because I got trouble making like 4-sided squares.
Mhm.
Thankfully, my writing's better than my drawing.
yeah.
I'm going to incarnate Tom for a moment. So
Tom.
did you like it so much? Yeah, Tom, chosen one.
Oh, what is he on too?
No, but
Oh.
I'm gonna ask a question that Tom would ask.
Okay.
So did you whack off to it that you liked it so much?
I can't take her anywhere.
No, because I was so young, that whacking wasn't an issue. I don't think that I was whackable.
Connor, if you've ever been in chosen one's thing,
Ma-
you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe if there was a mole that I was hitting on the head going down to the ground, I could have whacked on the mole, but that's about all I would have whacked when I was 11.
He wasn't on much of a roll last night, but he did, with Michelle, he
Oh,
was,
he he fucked with her a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny is Michelle is so innocent, and she gets fuddled with some of the stuff that he asks her. When he
It's
asks
so
me
cute.
shit, when he asks me shit, I just can come back with something snappy and stupid, where she just, oh Tom, oh Tom. It's so funny. It's so funny.
She is cute. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, but I couldn't resist.
Okay, so my
It was
number.
like one of the, what would Tom do instead of what would Jesus do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know what? You know what? The next time that I go in this chat, I'll have to somehow bring that thought into my chat.
Yeah, well, you noticed I did the, Tom 2:11 verse.
No.
Remember my Tom Bible verse that I did in the last chat? We'll go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my number 3 is the aforementioned ELP, the first one. Like I said, just because I remember walking down the street and saw, oh, Mom's home.
Yeah.
Great album all around.
Okay, Jen, you're number 2.
My number 2 is Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
The first one?
Yep.
Okay. Well, because I know that you were having trouble counting before, so I just wanted to make sure that was number 2.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay, Chris, you're number 2.
I'm going to go with Trilogy. It has Greg Lake's great ballad From the Beginning.
Oh, yes, I
And
love that song.
what's really, of course, Hoedown, their cover of Aaron Copland's Hoedown is fantastic. But next time you listen to that song, listen closely towards the end of the song. He sneaks in the riff from Turkey in the Straw.
Oh, okay.
And that was like the cool version of that song, not like the ice cream truck version of the song. They jazzed it up with like laser sounds and stuff. Great.
And I'm actually glad that you mentioned that was by Aaron Copland, because when I mentioned it, I didn't, because I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I says, I bet you he's gonna say it.
Well, I'm sure you can name the other Aaron Copland song that Emerson, Lake and Palmer did the famous version
I
of.
I know. Oh, tell me, because I forget.
There's Fanfare for the Common Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's and that's another long, very intricate piece.
Right.
There's a wonderful video version of that they did. They were in like Olympic Stadium in Quebec, I think, and it was super, super cold. And they were in the stadium all by themselves, and they played that song. And it was really crazy. But yeah, do a YouTube search on that song later on, and with the video, and you'll see one of the options will be that video.
Do you know where this was filmed? Olympic Stadium in Montreal.
Okay, so that makes sense, and it's all tied together.
That's why I looked at it, because I thought that. So that's probably from that album.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Okay, so my number 2 is obviously going to be both your number 1s. My number 2 is Brain Salad Surgery.
Classic album.
And 2 and 1 could flip-flop tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I really don't need to mention any of the songs there. There's the Carnival, there's Jerusalem, there's Toccata. Well, here's what the first one looks like. And this is Brain Salad Surgery. And, okay, Mr.
H.R. Geiger. Yep.
I didn't even get to ask you the question.
Karnak the Magnificent.
Oh my God! And this has Still You Turn Me On, and I think one of their goofier songs, which is funny, is Benny the Bouncer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of
this
is one of the ones that you can listen to straight through without turning it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I take it that I'm correct in saying that that's both your number ones.
Well, actually, it was
That's
his number
not.
3.
Well, no. We're
No.
No, without surgery, yes. That's my one, and
and
your
that's my one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a fantastic album for all the reasons we just mentioned. This is space. It starts with that space-aged interpretation of William Blake's hymn "Jerusalem."
Yes.
Toccata is
Okay. So what's your favorite song on that, Chris?
My favorite song would actually be Carnival 9,
Impression 2.
Impression 1, Part
Yeah.
1. The one
Oh.
that doesn't get played on the radio.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's just like the Keith Emerson keyboard.
Well, it does. It
There's
has
a
some
little
lyrics.
bit of lyrics. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of lyrics,
Yeah.
but it's
It-
not like part 2.
Right. It's so similar, but the lyrics are quite different. So I mean, we've got thrills and shocks, supersonic fighting cocks. Leave your hammers in the box. Come inside. Come inside.
Right. And do you know what Carnival is a hominid for?
I don't. What is it?
Carnival.
Oh, yeah, it's carnival. That's right. I mean, it's an allusion to that. I like the fact that it's sort of like this carnival, but it's like in outer space, and
Yeah.
with this
Oh, yeah.
alien. Humanity is so different that
Yeah.
a single blade of grass in a display is something that's exotic, and then so that just takes you in, and you just imagine this tent of crazy stuff happening.
Oh yeah. And yeah, because everybody knows that H.R. Geiger, he did like all of the artwork for the Alien movies, and he created, the alien creature.
Mhm.
And you did know that, right?
I did not know that he did the artwork for Aliens.
Yeah,
My,
yeah.
my movie trivia is a little lacking, so. But,
Okay, so one guess what my number one would be then.
Your number 1 is Tarkus.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because I wish that I had sort of like, treadmills for legs, because that would be kind of cool. It would be hard to go up and down stairs,
Right.
but
This is a great album. I mean, the song "The Only Way," I mean, it uses those themes from Bach. I mean, if you're going to steal from anybody, steal from
Yeah,
Johann
yeah.
Sebastian Bach.
and if anybody watching or sees us later, this is what we're talking about. If you're not familiar with the tank, can you?
There you
Not
go.
too much
Black
glare.
and white.
Yeah. Very cool.
And like I said, I just remember seeing that, and I knew who they were, but I had never heard one song, and I just said, oh, I just have to have that just for the album cover.
Yeah, it is cool. So did you buy it in 71 when it was first
Yeah. Oh yeah.
released?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Yeah. Because like I told you, because I used to make money. Oh, going around the neighborhood selling deviled eggs to people.
Is
If
that
I
what
would
they
have,
called it?
if I would have gone up to North Georgia, I probably could have made a shitload of money.
Yeah, but he
Well,
wouldn't have been
if-
born yet. Oh, well, he would have been a baby.
Well, you were still eating deviled eggs when you're what, 2 years old?
No, he was born in 71.
Well, nothing better than a bottle and a deviled egg. I mean, they probably taste the same. and
Yeah.
and on this one, there's another very good song in here that is a very deep cut that I love. It's called "Bitches Crystal."
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, you've heard it. Yeah, you've
I've
heard
probably
it.
heard it, but I'm difficult. to
And
get
then
out.
there's one called "Infinite Space," which is good.
Mhm.
Are You Ready, Eddie? That's another one of their goofy little, like, bouncy ragtime kind of things. Which, Which that's something that I always found so cool about this band, how they could play such complex fanfare for a common man and then do like the the Maple
Right.
Leaf Rag.
Right. Yeah.
There's
And
at least 3 or 4 songs where Keith Emerson used the piano tones very much like the stereotypical Old West.
oh
upright
yeah. Oh, I
piano,
know. Yes, that was
and that sets the mood, instantly when you hear it, that tone on piano.
and okay, now here's some music trivia from the College of Knowledge. What bands were they in before they formed ELP?
Hmm. Jeff Downes did a collab. He'd worked with the Buggles and with
Okay, well Jeff
and
Downes was not in ELP.
no. I don't know who Greg Lake or
Oh, okay, Jeff Downes actually played in Yes.
Yeah, he did briefly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Keith Emerson was in a band called The Nice.
Okay.
Greg Lake was in King Crimson,
Oh, okay.
and Carl Palmer was in The Crazy World of Arthur Brown.
Wow.
You know their song
Like super
Fire, Fire,
Da-da-da.
burn to the burn, down, down, down. And then he was and Carl Palmer was also in a band called Atomic Rooster.
Oh, wow.
That's a great name for a band.
Yeah.
Now, the lyricist for King Crimson also worked with ELP. Shinhead, S-I-N-H, Sinane. But
Okay. Because King Crimson had Greg Lake, Robert Fripp, Tony. Can't think of his name. But later on, they had a guitarist, Adrian Ballou, who played with them. I want to say his name was Tony Visconti, but that's not right.
yeah, Robert Fripp really marched to his own drummer. I mean,
Well, that's a nice way of
guitar.
putting it. That's a nice way of putting it.
He had his own sort of custom tune. He tuned his guitar in fifths instead of fourths.
Oh, I
And,
did not know that. I did not know
and
that.
He was just kind of out there. He definitely
Oh, yeah,
did,
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
kind of like the Frank Zappa of prog rock.
Yeah. And then Brian Eno, well, most people know that he played a lot with David Bowie
Mhm.
and wrote a lot with David Bowie.
I think of Brian Eno. I think of him as a producer more than
Yeah. Yeah.
creator of his own music. But I guess he.
And then, okay,
That's
these
as
weren't,
well.
now these weren't on our lists, but the band also did a album. It was Carl Palmer had left, I believe, and they did Emerson, Lake and Powell,
Mhm.
which, believe it or not, and while we were doing this, I listened to that because I remember hearing it when it came out, and that's really not that bad. It's like 1980-ish hair metal, as much as Keith Emerson and Greg Lake could do hair metal.
Well, the song "Touch and Go" had a recurring synth riff to it. That was,
Touch and Go, what is that from?
That's from Emerson, Lake and Powell.
Oh, okay.
Their
Oh.
album, their
Oh,
first
okay.
album, their collab, and of course on that album they did they reinterpreted Gustav Holst's "Mars, the Bringer of War."
Yeah, okay.
That was really
Okay, now that I
good.
remember. That I remember.
But if you heard "Touch and Go" again, you know exactly.
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah, I'm sure.
A strong basic riff over and over again.
And then there was an album called 3. It was okay, so who was in that? That was Emerson Lake and
And
Robert
Powell.
Berry.
Very.
Somebody else.
Well, they did a cover of the Byrds' 8 Miles High.
Yes,
on that
yes,
album.
yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
that was a good one. And both of those albums were better than what the last 2 albums they created, Black Moon and In the Hot Seat. Those were
Oh, yeah, the one in the
lesser
hot seat.
albums.
Yeah, the one in the hot seat is with the train,
Hmm.
and that's as unlistenable as Love Beach.
It's it didn't even chart on the Billboard's Top 100. It was just
It was, it was
a bad effort.
okay because the first one of like those two, uh, that had I think maybe one or two good songs. I can't name the songs.
Mhm. Hand of
It
Truth and Daddy
it
were okay, but
it really didn't leave a big impression on me.
all the cuts were very synthy, very 80s sounding. The album came out in '94, so it was already dated by the time it was created.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, but
Steve
can
Olson was their producer on that album, and
okay.
he later regretted producing the album. And he said that there were no songs, there was no preparation, there was no work ethic.
No,
So it was just kind of a sad denouement for the band.
yeah, to go from Carnival 9, to that
Mhm.
in 20 years. That's
Right. Well, we have you have to view the band's output in its entirety, um, like the Rolling Stones. I mean, not every album's going to be, Sticky Fingers and Let It Bleed. I mean, some of the albums are going to be better than others, so you can kind of forgive one or two lesser albums.
yeah.
But
Okay, yeah, because the Rolling Stones had two in a row that I did not like at all. One was Voodoo Lounge
mhm.
and Bridges to Babylon.
Yeah, those were both lesser albums.
Yeah, yeah,
I I love you know Let It Bleed, uh, Beggars Banquet.
yeah, because they had that like string of six
Mhm.
that were just
Oh yeah, that's
unbelievable.
their peak period, and
It started with Beggars Banquets,
mhm,
and then went all the way up to like Goat's Head Soup.
mhm. Exile on Main Street
I love
keeps
that.
that stock keeps going up and up in my
I
head.
love that. I love that. I
It's
love
such a
that.
cohesive album, and they were at max drugged out
Oh yeah, yeah.
capacity at that time, and but they just kept plugging away, and it was just a great album.
And you know what album by the Rolling Stones I really like? Because it's got some very, very good songs and some real complete losers under your boot kind of shoes. you know,
Which album?
um, Satanic Majesty's Request.
Right. That was kind of their answer to Sergeant Pepper's, and it has its moments, but it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
oh,
there's like five songs on there that are stellar, and
mhm,
the rest, like I said, you could step on. It would be like the bottom of your shoe.
mhm.
Hunter says tattoo you.
And Hunter, and you know that Tattoo You, the only song written in that time was Start Me Up. Every other song from Tattoo You was a leftover song. Starting back from like the Goat's Head Soup sessions.
Mhm.
A lot of the stuff was from songs that were left over from like It's Only Rock and Roll and Some Girls.
Do you have any albums from the Brian Jones era that you're particularly fond of? The
Um,
early stuff. I'm not as Those albums aren't quite as accessible to me
my
as
the
post
only one
albums.
that I really like that I have is Aftermath.
Mhm,
I am not going to break out all 25 Rolling Stone CDs I have just to look for Aftermath.
mhm.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
But
Yeah.
no, classic band. I mean, you know, it's every bit toe to toe with the Beatles, and I think.
And now the Beatles, I don't have as much love for because they really didn't create that many albums. They really didn't.
They didn't create as many albums. They didn't have as long a career. They didn't go on tour as much. But they still made an incredible impression. And they still had a dynamic range of the music they created that was astounding. But no, I'm more of a Stones guy. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you have to kind of, I tip my cap for their longevity and their sound and how they evolved their sound over time.
And
It's a
and
great
then
rock band.
and then they have a lot of songs that are well known. Oh, like B tracks
Mhm.
that are just they very easily could have been hits, but they were never released. One song that is probably one of my favorites, if we were going to do a top 10 Rolling Stone songs, this would be on it, is a song called Memo from Turner.
That's a deep cut. I'm not conjuring that up in my mind.
See,
right now.
another thing you need to homework.
It actually comes from a Mick Jagger movie called Performance.
Mhm. My single favorite cut from the Rolling Stones is "Can't You Hear Me Knocking." It's just such a great song. It has this long bridge to it. It was a song that they created to kind of prove that they could do a long jam and not just a 3 or 4 minute song.
Right. And like what and like Can't You Hear Me Knocking? It starts out with that killer Mick Taylor guitar.
Yeah.
And then at the end it turns into more like a Caribbean salsa kind of thing.
Right. And the saxophone solo comes
Yeah.
in.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a great long bridge. It's
Yeah.
almost a little bit prog rock from
I would
Rolling Stones.
not my favorite song, but one of my most favorite songs by the Rolling Stones is a song called Time Waits for No One.
Mhm.
And that is, again, with Mick Taylor, who I wish that he would have stayed with the band longer, because he has one of the most incredible, like 4-minute guitar solos that Keith Richards could never, ever attempt to play. Even though he was good,
Mhm.
he's a good lead guitarist, there is no way that he could have come close. Oh, hello, Mark. How are you, dear? And so Hunter says, Sticky Fingers. Do you know?
Great album. Great
Yeah.
album cover.
Oh, yeah.
The
And-
the original album cover on vinyl had a working zipper on it.
And I had it. I swear to God, I had it. And that's another one that I bought with my own money. Oh, selling deviled eggs to people. I made a ton of money doing that, Jen. Okay,
One
yeah.
reason the Rolling Stones were able to do that was due to the contract that they signed with the record company. They forced the record company to soldier all of the cost of the album art, the album cover. And so,
I did not
so
know
it didn't
that.
take any money out of Mick and Keith's pocket. It was solely the company, the record company that had to pay for that. But it worked out for the best because people bought that album because they had that crazy zipper.
Oh,
among
okay.
many other
Oh,
reasons.
okay. And so this is easy. I don't even know why I'm asking you. Okay, Chris, I'm sure you know it. Jen, you might not. Who was responsible for the Sticky album? Oh, for the Sticky albums. Oh, for the Sticky Fingers album cover.
Was that
Chris,
Warhol?
Chris, I'm sure you know. Who, Jen?
Is it Warhol? No.
Yes, very good. Andy Warhol. I mean, the guy would paint a soup can and sell it for $1 billion. Oh,
Well, that's the art, is being able to have your testicles be that big that you can just put something that's completely innocuous and say it's art, and then someone buy it as art. That's the art.
And so Mark says that Taylor was an excellent stunt guitarist. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was fantastic. I loved. Now here is a extremely rare trivia question. Let's see if anybody can get it without doing
Yeah, we'll let the
Wikipedia.
audience go.
Without
Something between
Wikipedia.
Honor and Mark.
Without Wikipedia looking up. Who was the original bass player for the Rolling Stones before Bill Wyman? If anybody gets this right, I will send you 25 cents in the mail. It's
You'll
and
have to pay postage though.
okay, yeah. Oh, and okay, because it's like half a roll of pennies. His name was what?
Right. Well, they
No.
had an early member of their band that they later moved out of the band. They became a manager or worked for the record company, but I don't know the person's name.
Stu Sutcliffe.
He ended up being was he an executive later for A&R or no?
Stu Sutcliffe, he was with the Beatles, right?
No.
No?
Stu Sutcliffe was no. The original drummer for the Beatles was Pete Best.
Ah, that's right.
Okay, but the original bass guitarist for the Rolling Stones before Bill Wyman was named Dick Taylor.
Big Taylor.
If you want, you can look that up now because it is correct.
Okay.
Of course, it's correct. Because there's a lot of stuff that I'll make shit up on. Music is not one of them.
No.
Yeah.
No, we know you.
Yeah, that was a new one on me.
Well, come on, you can't.
Keith Bryan, and Charlie Watts, and I don't know who else would have been in their original lineup besides those.
So I googled Dick Taylor and it came up Dick Taylor Craft Chocolate in Eureka, California.
I think it's a different Dick Taylor.
By your Valentine's Day, some Dick Taylor chocolate. Oh God.
Oh, okay. You're watching Tom's channel too much.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I have
Definitely.
I have a suggestion for our next show
What?
Okay.
on February 12th. It will be. Okay, yeah. Somebody write it down
Yeah.
so that you don't forget.
Okay.
It will be because I've already made my list up of your 10 most beautiful songs to you. They can be any genre, any slow song, a midstream song, a crunch and rock song, but 10 songs that to you are most beautiful and that have some kind of meaning for you.
You know what won't be on my list?
What?
Babe or Beth.
Well, that's not on mine. Trust me. Trust me.
And so we can choose any criteria we want for beauty.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay for one, and I will give you a hint, just because we're talking about the Rolling Stones. You know how much I love this band. To me, their most beautiful song comes from Beggars Banquet, a song called "Salt of the Earth."
I'm trying to remember that. I'm not conjuring it up.
It's actually
yeah.
It's actually the first time that Keith Richards sings lyrics, and he only sings like the first stanza.
Oh wow. Interesting.
It's just such a beautiful song. And then other things that have like Guar and all sorts of other for beautiful songs, Guar.
The song I can think of that he said that Keith Richards also sang was "Happy."
I'm in love, keep me happy, and that's from Exile.
Yeah.
So I have a little music story. So one of
Okay.
the YouTubers that I watch, I think I sent you a link of his, Feature Man,
Yes.
the actor.
Yeah.
He wrote some songs. Well, he'll do something in the community section, and he'll do polls. And so his poll was best Valentine's Day song and who should sing it. Now he put the original artist there. He had Elvis, Love Me Tender. He had
I hate that song.
Unchanged Melody.
I hate that song.
Righteous Brothers. He had I forget who the other one was, and then Other. But,
Those songs will not be on my list either. I can guarantee you that.
right. My comment to the whole thing was no suggestions for Holiday in Hell by Vulcan Death Grip, or one known as Big Brown Beaver. So I've got 3 thumbs up on that so far.
Oh,
One guy said- One guy said, I was going to go with I Used to Love Her by Guns N' Roses.
Let me throw in a good love song. I would, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's "Ain't No Mountain High Enough."
Yes.
Their version
Yes.
of it is
Yes.
the
Yes.
best.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Excellent.
And Tammy Terrell, she had a short, eventful but tragic end to her life.
Oh, and okay, yeah, because she died of drugs too, didn't she?
No, brain cancer.
Oh.
Or she died suddenly.
Hmm.
Oh.
But she had a wonderful voice,
It was beautiful.
and she didn't
Yeah.
She was like the anti Whitney Houston.
Oh,
She
yeah.
didn't
I
chill
can.
her
I
voice
can.
all
I
over
can
the
stand
place.
Whitney Houston.
You know, it was just a straight, pure voice, and she did a lot of duet work. And so, if you're doing duets, you know, if you're not a jerk, you don't try to completely upstage the person you're having the duet with. And so,
Yeah.
she had a very straight delivery style.
Yeah.
Her tone was great. I wish there were more Tammy Terrells and less Whitney Houston.
Well, probably Kiki D.
Kiki D, yeah, I see.
Oh, with Elton John. With Elton John.
That was a good
No,
song.
no, but
She
you
did
know who?
very well.
But you know who did fantastic duet, and I was very surprised because it is very good. Is Lady Gaga with Frank Sinatra?
Well, she did a
Was
Bennett.
it Frank Sinatra or Tony
Oh,
Bennett?
Tony
no.
Bennett.
Tony Bennett.
Yeah. Okay, Tony
Tony
Bennett.
Bennett.
Yeah, that was very good. I was very impressed. That was good.
I could see them doing, a singer that I really didn't like for the longest time because I don't like a lot of pop singers was Christina Aguilera. But she did a jazz album that was pretty damn good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how much of it was.
Yeah, she's another one of those trilly singers though, the up and down and up and down and up and down.
Yeah, but I don't know that she was so
Maybe she
up
wasn't
and
singing
down.
like that in that album.
Yeah.
No.
So,
And oh God, because all I remember is watch is watching the version of Lady Marmalade from the Moulin Rouge.
oh yeah.
Maybe.
The original was so much better.
Okay, who did the original? Okay, Chris, you probably know.
Okay, go ahead.
No, he may not, but
Actually, I don't think I do.
Oh, jeez, wow, oh my God, I'm gonna beat the only man smarter than me.
Wait on me. What is it?
yeah, I'm gonna say
No,
Wilson.
Jen, do you know?
Was it Wilson? No. Is
No.
the last name Wilson?
No.
Mary?
No, it wasn't Mary
No.
J. Blige.
No. I'd never say that.
The last name Blige doesn't work for me. I keep thinking it's Mary J. Bilge Pump or something.
That's what I always say too. Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure she's a fine artist, but Blige just doesn't. It sounds too much like Bilge.
Patti LaBelle.
Really? I was really. I guess that's a Patti LaBelle song.
Yes, it is. And you know, would be another good show that
Is
we could
it?
do sometime down the road. Oh, think about it, because you guys know what the 27 Club is, right?
No.
Oh, the artists who died at the age of 27.
Because there's like 20 or 30 of them. There's a lot.
That just seemed to be an inauspicious year for rock and rollers. And
Oh, okay. Because right now I could name 10 of them, just like that, without even having to think.
well, obviously the big three: Hendrix, then
Jim Morrison,
Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin,
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
Oh, the Big Bopper. The Big Bopper.
Who's the other?
There was Ian Curtis from a band called
Division.
Joy Division, right? Sid Vicious.
No, he died at 27.
Yeah. And one of my favorite musicians of all time, Singapore J. Noodleberg. He died at 27. And you've never heard Singapore J. Noodleberg?
Nope.
Oh, well, okay, look him up. Singapore J. Noodleberg.
Mhm.
He's like world renowned. I can't believe that you didn't know that.
Cobain's the other big name of the
Yeah.
independent
Oh
band.
yeah, Kurt Cobain. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's a lot.
It's yeah, rock and roll lifestyle. It's or jazz. Jazz had a lot of
Yeah.
tragically young
Oh yeah.
people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, uh, Charlie Parker.
Yeah. And there was
John
there was
Coltrane.
and then Chickenhead Jones. He died young too. He was another one of my favorites. Oh, Chickenhead Jones. Jen, and did you ever hear of the old blues musician? Oh, Chickenhead Jones.
I had. I
No,
have.
I never heard that. No.
Really, really, Jen, you've heard of Chickenhead Jones? Okay, well look him up, and then show Chris all about Chickenhead Jones.
I was looking at Bobby Christina Brown. She died at 22. They used
I
to
don't
bring
know.
her dog to doggy daycare all the time. Also, the was that music producer?
So Mark, oh wait,
Hype used to come in and bring his dog and drop his dog off.
Mark
Go
says,
into the
Mark,
music.
shut up, shut up. Mark says his favorite Rolling Stone song is "Painted Black." And did you ever see my my video that I made? Just a couple of days ago. What did I
Did
call
Highway
it?
to Hell? Then you called it
Oh, Black into
Black to
Hell.
Hell.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you did very well with that song, but I think you were kind of winded by that time. I think you should have started with Painted Black.
No,
He did a admirable cover of Brown Sugar. A lot of gusto. I liked it.
I mean, and I'm certainly not going to brag, but I'm really not a good singer, but I work the crowd.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, your voice is more suited for baritone.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
there's a tremendous difference between a musician and an entertainer, and an artist needs to find out within themselves whether they're more of a musician or an entertainer, or what the percentages are.
Mhm.
You know,
All,
so,
all I remember is like I told Jen. I don't think I've talked to you much about it, Chris. Is like I used to do taxes for H&R Block,
mhm.
and one thing that I did for my 5 years with H&R Block is taxes are very stressful and very, they're people don't like going in to get their taxes done.
Nope.
Oh, they don't. Even if they're getting money, they just don't like going in to get their taxes done. So I try to entertain them and joke around with them and do all of that. And I had one lady actually tell my supervisor, because I was like the manager of that store.
Mhm.
And so she actually found out my supervisor, and she says, "Oh my God, that tax preparer was so great. She was like a game show host."
That's awesome.
And good for her too, because so many people are so uptight
Yeah.
about folks who work with their money, and if they joke at all, they think, "Oh, this is a serious thing. You can't joke about this."
Yeah.
You know, it's just, as long as you get the numbers right. That's what
Yeah.
counts.
I mean,
Sure.
and 99% of the people, they're not going to contact a general manager unless they got a complaint.
Yeah,
They're not going to
absolutely.
contact them unless they, for something positive to say.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we had the same tax person for what
20 odd years.
well 23 and then 22 and then you had her for a couple longer than that.
Yeah, I started going to her. My manager at the place I used to work at before I started working for the college, his mother did taxes. So I had her do my taxes. She did my taxes and later our taxes for like
And then
well over 20
business
years.
taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
Yeah.
I was
I loved her because I could call her mid-year and say,
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
you know,
Yeah.
hey, I've got this stock option, or I've got this investment. What's my tax penalty going to be if I do this or that?
I mean,
She's always available.
because I still have people that will call me up for like tax information. It's like my two girlfriends down in Largo, Florida. They run their own business, and they're always calling me up. Okay, what do we need to do here? Oh, what form do I need to fill out? And I says, I don't know off the top of my head. Hold on, I'll find out for you. They say, well, because they own their own business, so they have to make like quarterly payments.
Right.
So they say, well, how much should I put in? So I says, well, how much are you making? And I always hated math growing up. How I became a good tax preparer, I don't know.
That's great.
If you're diligent.
Okay, Hunter, thank you very much, Hunter. And you were the first one on. You were here even before the Brainiac twins.
Yeah, it was
So
good seeing you, Hunter. Thanks for
thank you.
joining in. Thanks for your opinions. We always appreciate it. Good choices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris, so you were saying what?
Well, just that. Well, if you're detail oriented and you're consistent, and you can go through that checklist.
Oh yeah,
mental or
yeah,
otherwise,
oh yeah,
you can be helpful in that regard.
yeah.
You find a good tax preparer. It's like a good mechanic or a good
Right.
hairstylist. You stick to them like glue.
Right. I mean, because I know I've told Jen this, is that me and Al have money invested in like precious metals, and so there's specific forms that you have to fill out for the government for precious metals.
Wow.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that, but
Well,
for me, it's like E-Trade is so slow. They're the slowest ones always every year.
We could have filed. I mean, the filing season has already started.
Yeah.
But we always have to wait at least a month
For
after
E-Trade.
that to get for all of the companies that we deal with to give us the.
I'm
There was one, and I've had that E-Trade account, I don't know, 15 years or so.
No,
There
they
was
haven't
one
been.
year-
15 years? They've been around 15 years?
Oh, yeah.
Longer than that.
Longer
yeah.
than that.
Wow. I didn't know that.
But with them,
They just take their sweet time.
they take their time, and there was one time where we filed, since we got the tax information, and they came out with corrected forms, so we had to
That's
file that. That's unacceptable.
That has happened to me working for H&R Block so many times. So you have to fill out, a
An addendum or whatever they call it.
well, it's called a Form X, a addended tax return, and sometimes that can take like 6 to 8 weeks. I'm just glad that I'm not doing taxes this year, because with all of the stimulus checks, that's that Uncle
The
Sock
child
Puppet.
tax.
Oh my God, that Uncle Sock Puppet gave out.
That's another whole form. But, a lot of people I know do not pay quarterly taxes on their business, and their receipts are everywhere. I mean, I had a guy that paid me just to get his receipts into a spreadsheet for his account.
Oh, Jen, you
And he was
cannot.
paying me like $20 an hour just to do that.
You cannot believe how many times people have come in with boxes, and I would say, look, either me or somebody has to do this, and I think that it was like $20 an hour.
Yeah.
That we charged them to do that. And the guy says,
Absolutely.
"What do you mean $20 an hour?" He says, "Look at this box of shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the irritating part of the whole process is going through and going through all your papers to see if you've got all the information you need to get, your taxes
And
prepared.
that's the thing. Like, if you're not paying to the end of the year for all of your taxes,
You're
and
gonna
they
owe
file- and they file late every freaking year.
You're gonna owe a ton of money.
So, I mean, they just screw themselves, and then they're having to pay more than what they think they owe just to cover themselves. I don't give Uncle Sam any more than I think he deserves.
And then I love the people who say, okay, well, I'm just not going to pay him. I says, well, that's your option. I'll prepare your taxes. Oh, hello, Eternal Dormant. How are you? Oh, you just missed our Emerson, Lake and Palmer show, so now we're talking about taxes.
Yeah, it's tax season coming up, so.
Oh, so what is they saying?
Hey, Colonel Dorman.
You were talking about people
just being late
being
and
lazy and then not
Oh yeah. Okay, and okay, well, I'm not going to pay my taxes, and I said, well, that's your option. I mean, I can go ahead and file it, and you might owe $4,000 if you don't want to pay him. Oh, that's fine. And he says, well, what are the odds of that they're going to catch me? And of course, being a tax preparer, I can't give them any answers like that. I says, I don't know, but I'm telling you off the cuff, they will. It might not be now, it might not be next year, but when they do, it's going to be a lot more than $4,000.
Yeah. So it was funny because I've had this experience where they came after my ex and said,
"Oh, very true, Dorman."
For like 1982 or whatever, and he was like, "How could I? I was working for Delta and I had a child born that year. Like, there's no way I owe you any money." And they're like, "Prove it." They asked him to prove it, and he's like, "Well, give me the tax form." Well, we can't give you that. So they made us. They were just like arbitrary number they gave us plus interest. We were making payments on that, and then finally they came back and said, "Well, never mind. We made an error." It's like, what the hell?
And Jen, and I know that I told you this story before. One of the years I was away for H&R Block, and so we see this lady get out of a, like taxi with 3 different kids, and you could tell they weren't from the same father. So she's walking up towards the H&R Block office. I said, oh shit, she's coming in here. And see, we would unless you had an appointment with a certain agent, it was like who was ever next. And I says, oh, I better not fucking get him. Lo and behold, I did.
Of course you did.
So, okay, but she had all of the proof that the kids were hers. She had all the proof, and with the EIC, the earned income credit, she made a ton of money. She was getting back like $4,000, and she says, $4,000. Oh. I was kind of hoping for more. I says, well, $4,000 is pretty good. She says, yeah, but I want to get me and my family passes to Disney World. And I'm thinking, you drove up here in a frickin' cab, and you're worried about getting a season pass to Disney World?
Oh, God.
But you can't say that, but,
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will never forget that. Okay, because everybody in the office heard it, and after she left, we just started breaking out. And thankfully, right next door there was like a Winn-Dixie, and I don't know, Winn-Dixie's up there. They have like liquor stores right next to them.
Yeah, we have liquor stores, but yeah.
And so, okay, so I said to one of my minions, I says, go get us a bottle of wine here. Oh, here's $20. We're getting a wine after that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There you go. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
I was kind of hoping for more because I wanted passes to Disney World. You're in a freaking cab.
And how does passes for Disney cost $4,000? I guess that was.
What are they
she
up to
wanted
now?
enough for everything else.
Oh my
They're
God!
Up to $300 or something a person now, aren't they?
No.
That much back in the day. Right?
No. It's like $150 a day though to go to Disney. That's a lot of money.
Pass to Disney.
Oh.
No, because everybody's complaining about them going up. Because my friends in Port St. Lucie buy them every year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, doorman. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Maybe she was gonna fly, from like Tampa to Orlando, which they do have flights going from Tampa to Orlando.
You gotta talk to people about Florida. I thought there's so much more there than Disney. I mean, Jennifer and I have been all the way down to Key West and
Oh
back.
yeah,
We've gone
yeah,
to the
yeah.
Everglades. We've gone to Port St. Lucie and
And
different
Tampa,
cities.
and you've
Tampa,
probably
yeah,
been to
we've been
Tampa,
to,
yeah.
yeah. The Dolly Museum is fantastic.
Oh, really? You've been there before?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
it's
went
awesome.
to, I took him to St. Pete, not Tampa.
It's,
He hadn't been to
it's been
Tampa.
like
Okay, so when was that? So why didn't you call me when you guys were down here?
this was years and years ago.
This
You
is
still
a-
could have called me. I would have came down.
This is 4 or 5 years ago.
We didn't know who you were at that point. This was
You could have looked me up on the internet. Oh, Jen can find Chickenhead Jones on the internet. She can find me.
Oh, shoot, I
We
don't
just
see
hadn't
that.
crossed paths at that point.
Okay, no. Okay, but you know,
That's cool, too.
no, but you know what I was so disappointed at the Dolly Museum
What was that?
is um I'm trying to think what painting was it that I wanted to see that was so freaking little. And I'm
It's like the Mona Lisa. She's so
yeah,
tiny.
yeah. Okay, but I did get a cool glass, and I think I've showed you that before. A glass with like melting clocks. That's
That's cool.
cool. That's cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
I do have a
can't find
glass
the
with that.
Disney Pass, but there was something about a $205
Is it-
balance after a down payment, monthly payment plan.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think they're
because
around 300.
because Universal is still relatively cheap for passes, and like Busch Gardens is relatively cheap.
Yeah, I think Busch Gardens is way better. I like Busch Gardens and Epcot.
Oh, so
are
do
the
I.
biggest-
Oh, so do I. Yeah,
the biggest parks. Those are
Yeah.
my favorite.
yeah.
I like the state parks. I like the Everglades. I mean, it's
Have
so
you?
much natural beauty there.
Oh, have you ever been on one of the airboat rides in the
I have
Everglades?
That is
I'd love to do
that is on our thing. Like,
Oh,
because
That would
we
be
pass
cool.
it all the time going to his aunt and uncle's house.
why? Where do they live?
But just
Yeah, they live too far north of there, but we
on 50, like outside of between
we live here
somewhere
close
around
there.
Boulevard and Bithlow.
Oh, so that's
Everybody-
in. Oh, so that's in Orlando.
Yeah, over by UCF.
Okay, because I know where Bislow is.
They're just south of Highway 420.
I know where Bislow is.
I think they're on 419.
And you don't want to go to Bislow in the dark. No way.
No, Bithlow's fun though. I want to go when they're having the races.
Yeah, yeah,
Because the races are fun over at the Speedway there.
yeah.
They do the Crazy Eight and all the, stock car race stuff.
But no, we haven't gone on the air boats yet.
Oh,
Or
God.
the Everglades. That would be a blast.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so
So-
cool.
The drive out from through the Keys, from Key Largo all the way to Key West. It's a great drive.
Oh, yeah, going over the 7 Mile Bridge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like Key Largo, there's Marathon, there's Pine Island Key, and
I've sailed out of Marathon before, like Christmas. We did a Christmas sail, and we were supposed to go to Dry Tortugas,
right.
and we ended up going up into Alligator Alley because the winds just weren't good enough to take us down into.
And so then
Tortugas.
Dry Tortuga's cool because they have like those old like pirate forts.
Yeah. Well, it was the Coquina Fort, kind of like the one in San
Yeah,
Marcos.
yeah. And
Yeah.
but Key West to me is way overrated.
It's cheeky, it's touristy.
No good beaches, really.
Well, there's the Hemingway Museum.
The Hemingway Museum was great.
Oh, the only thing that I remember in there was going to a place called the Hemingway Bar.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then standing in front of that stupid sign, oh, I'm at the most southern point in the United States, and
Yeah, we did
checked
that.
We checked that off our list too.
Did it. We were there for 3 or 4 days,
yeah,
and it was
Yeah.
December, so we were like hanging out in the pool, drinking, whatever the Marriott. Oh, we were at the DoubleTree, and they did this giant tub of rum something. It was like the equivalent of 4 drinks for $100 or something. I don't know what it was, but
that's
we were
worth
drinking
it.
that in the pool. That was fun.
I guess the
Well,
one
the
area-
iguanas at the pool at the hotel.
Oh, and already today on the news here in Florida, they were
They
showing.
always started.
They were showing the
iguanas.
iguanas. They're laying on the ground, all frozen.
Yeah, I mean, just get them and roast them. Get them and roast them. Tastes like chicken.
The one area of Florida I'd love to spend some more time is Miami. We've driven through Miami, but we just didn't have enough time to experience it.
He's never been. I mean, I've experienced Miami.
Mhm.
I experienced Miami in the 80s during the Scarface days.
And
Yeah.
you've been down on Calle Ocho, I'm sure.
Cayocho.
8th Avenue.
Yeah, 8th Avenue. I have. He has not.
Yeah.
He's not been to Miami at all. Really.
Okay, because Al's son went to FIU in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
And
Yeah.
so like it's funny because even then, even like 10 years ago, Al did not like driving in like big cities. And he says, well, I don't know how to get there. I says, Al, I grew up here. Let me drive. And he says, and he doesn't like anybody driving his van. I mean, that little piece of crap that I have, it's got like a broken door, a window that doesn't go up.
Those are the best cars. They have character.
Because I've got a fender that's I've got a fender that's being held up by a piece of coax cable that I tied.
There you go.
So that's holding the fender.
Just give the vehicle a name and keep trucking.
Yeah, exactly. And so I says, Al, pull over, let me drive. You're going to get lost. I grew up here. Let me drive. He says, well, okay, just don't get into an accident. I says, just shut up and...
Yeah. That's the beauty of being a tourist, too, is, knowing when to drive down there. And we had an easy go through Miami when we went.
We just went through the interstate. I mean, we didn't stop. We just went straight through.
Okay, yeah, because when you were down there, down in downtown, is when they had the Orange Bowl was still up.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Orange Bowl. Yeah, the Orange Bowl, the football stadium, the Orange
Yeah.
Bowl in downtown, down by Kendall.
Okay.
Oh, down by Kendall. Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't been
yeah.
around Kendall, and that was the 80s for me. So we kind of bypassed it, to get down to the Everglades.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
down to the Keys. But
Okay, yeah, because
That was it.
95 stops in Miami, and then you have to go down US 1.
Yep.
yeah. So that's what we did. I mean, what would we come across the Everglades? Because we're coming
that's...
from Fort Myers.
Okay, so that would have been
from.
I-75.
Yeah, we drove west to east to get there.
Yeah, okay, that would have been I-75. But there was a time that it was not an interstate, and it was just like a two-way street that had like potholes and like trees growing out of the middle of it. It was a freaking mess. They finally made it part of the interstate system, and they did it nice.
Yeah.
But I remember growing up, boy, that thing was a nightmare going
Well,
across.
it'd be a desolate, long journey to get from one side of Florida to the other.
And it's 60 miles of going straight. You had better not be...
One line.
Okay, you had better not be drunk, because if you're not paying attention, you're going off the road.
Yeah. And into a canal.
And then
Yeah.
get eaten by alligators or water moccasins or...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or like the worst thing that live down there are like the vermicious canids.
Oh, yeah. Is it my imagination or the alligators getting out of control down there? I mean, is it the tourists feeding them, thinking it's cute? Because we didn't have gator problems so much.
Honestly, in the summer, and I'm sure I'll see one this year and I'll take a picture of them because, because I showed you like my dead swamp.
Mm-hmm.
In the summer when it rains, the water gets high enough because right in back of us is like a preserve.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And so the alligators don't have to trek over that much dry land to get from like their swamp to my retention pond. And I have seen alligators there. I have.
Wow, that's crazy.
They're faster than people think they are. For sure.
And the only way to get away from an alligator is to run zigzag, because they
Mhm.
can't zigzag.
Yeah. But they can run, what, 60 miles an hour or something?
Yeah, for like 8 seconds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're pretty fast there.
They're ambush predators. They try to get close and chomp. They're not going to run across a 100-yard field.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to
but
be.
growing up, I swam in lakes that we knew had
Yeah,
alligators.
yeah.
And nobody ever got bothered.
No, I mean, because I'm not going to go to Gatorland and be the guy who sticks his head in the alligator's mouth.
This is what they sell they give them those nutria. Those rats from New Orleans is what they feed them down there. It's gross. Are you talking Gatorland Kissimmee or Gatorland St. Augustine?
No, Gatorland Kissimmee.
Oh, yeah, St. Augustine is the last one I went to.
Well, they got the one in Gatorland Kissimmee. That's I forget where it is, but it's in Kissimmee.
It's over there off of down where the Tupperware.
Yes. Yes.
Warehouse was.
Yes.
I can't remember that name, and I was disappointed that the Tupperware museum closed. That was sad. That was a pretty cool place. Did you ever go to the Tupperware museum?
No, but I knew where it was. But
It
Yeah,
was just
something
a
better to do
quirky.
other than go to a
I don't know.
Tupperware museum out
Oh.
this way.
oh, I don't know, Jen. Come on, now think of some kind of Tom joke that you can import Tupperware into. Okay, did you ever save anything in Tupperware?
I mean, he was so funny last night. Hilarious.
I mean, Chris, and have you ever been on that stream that she's talking about this
I
guy?
have not.
I mean, because he loves asking me some of the most
Bizarre.
strangest questions.
Mhm.
And I think now that I've been on his channel quite a bit, he knows to go to me when he wants to ask something fucked up.
Yeah.
Because there's probably not a lot of people there that won't get embarrassed, won't get ashamed, or that will come up with something funny or stupid. Eternal
Now,
Doorman.
you can
Oh,
fish it
giving
out.
me the
Can he
creeps.
take it?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Are crocodiles as fast as alligators?
I would imagine so. Depends on
Probably.
what type they are. The Caribbean crocs. The what are they called? Caribbean crocs.
Caimans.
Caimans. Yes, those are smaller. So I would imagine they're
Yeah,
as
yeah.
fast.
Okay, because like crocodiles have like the pointy nose, alligators have the round nose.
Hmm.
Most crocodiles are African. I mean, they don't.
Right.
Whereas the alligators are North American.
Yeah, not too many crocs in North America.
Well, okay, well then what are people wearing on their feet? I see them all the time.
Ugly plastic shoes. The only thing uglier than Crocs
Are
are
Uggs.
Uggs.
Yes.
Oh,
You
God.
guys have the same
Yeah.
fashion sense.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. And speaking of that, it was so funny because every Tuesday and Wednesday, Al has somebody come over for like wound care, to dress the wounds on his leg. And so Friday it was kind of cold, and so she came in like her scrubs and stuff like that, and was wearing Uggs. And I says, "Oh my God, Dawn, you're wearing Uggs?" And she says, "Yeah, I know they're ugly as hell, but they're warm." I didn't even have to tell her that they were ugly. She knew they were ugly. But she said, "Yeah, but they're warm."
It was like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, see, that would be a good topic on Tom's show because I had a friend from Germany, and his daughter, when he would come here, she was like, "Bring me back Ugg boots."
Really?
Yeah, that's what she wanted in Germany. I guess they're cheaper here than what they can get in Germany.
I mean, because my
Yeah,
Valkyrie
yeah.
crown I bought from Amazon for like $9.90. And like I said,
Pair of Uggs.
I'm wearing this only because it's so frickin' cold outside,
Oh yeah.
that I feel like I'm in Scandinavia. Or should be
Yeah.
living in like the Faroe Islands or someplace where
Yeah.
where like during the summer the warm is 40 degrees.
I kind of freaked out because somebody in Tom's chat had said that it was going to be, that she was in North Georgia and it was going to get in the single digits. And I
Well,
panicked because I have an
okay,
orange tree.
Oh, yeah, because you said 28.
It was 28 when I woke up this morning
Yeah.
at crack of 11.
And all I know is that tomorrow, and my ass will be freezing, but I will get up because we have like a hard frost warning tonight where we
Okay.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have all the kids in.
They're there's I think there's like 2 or 3 of them still running around saying, oh, I don't want to go in yet. But
They
yeah, but
will
most
think
of
it's cold.
oh hell yeah, oh hell yeah.
They'll become catsicles.
Yeah.
But let's see now. I think it's 34 degrees here. So we'll have to be sure to drip the balls.
Okay, because right now I'm looking at my computer, and like the bottom tab, it says that here it's 37.
Yeah. I think low tonight here is going to be 24.
Well, here it's low here tonight's supposed to be like 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, it's crazy. Right now here it's 28.
Really,
So-
we've got 32.
But my orange tree is good to 15 degrees, so I'm
And
good.
and as long as it's not like a persistent cold, they can survive 1 or 2 days of cold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, this is a recent plant. I just planted it this year, so it's not very big yet. Maybe
And
2
so like
feet.
has it produced anything, or
No, it's only like 2 feet high.
so it's not growing like little baby oranges?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Some fruit trees will take years before they bear fruit.
Oh yeah.
But 4 or
Yeah.
5. Like most of my fruit trees, they're 4 years old, and most of them do not produce.
Oh, oh my God! Speaking of trees,
they will.
speaking of trees, oh my God! I was bowling Friday, and I swear to God, this lady was so serious, and she said, oh, I forget how the conversation went, but she said something about a potato tree. And I says,
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
and I says, that potatoes, they grow in the earth. She says, well, I know that now.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. But I was thinking, there's that vine down in Florida that has a potato-looking.
Yes, yeah, I've got them.
Did
Okay,
you?
no, you know what? Oh, because when it harvests, I'll mail you some.
Yeah, that's not the what you call it?
No, Jen, because what I'm thinking is that you can cut them in half.
Passion fruit.
Cook. No. What you can do is cut them in half and decorate them, like deviled eggs.
Those things
And-
flake apart.
And the Eggman, he'll say, I think there's something hinky about this egg.
He's also the potato man. He's the egg and potato man.
Well,
I-
I tell you what, I'm the worst potato grower though. If I plant a potato and it goes through its full life cycle and I harvest, I've got like maybe 2 or 3 potatoes. That's it. And that's not what you want with potatoes. I mean,
No, potatoes are easy to grow.
Oh, mine, I've always grown them easily, but they just haven't yielded much. And it could be like, I don't know if it's the soil or
And-
the way it's mounded. or
Okay, and
something.
so what about all the plants that you guys put in that nice big bed that you made? And
They're
did you
struggling
cover
right
them?
now.
Yeah,
Huh?
they're coming up. I mean, there's some carrots and stuff. They're slow right now because they're getting shocked by all the cold weather.
Oh, okay, because carrots they also don't grow on trees either.
Yeah. Now we did harvest some broccoli and some collard greens for my mother-in-law this week. So that was a big garden.
Wow, cool, good.
And
Yeah,
the broccoli that we've gotten from the garden has
It's
sort of
amazing.
slight nutty flavor. And,
it's really sweet
and
too.
yeah, sweet. And of course, that's the real wonderful thing about growing your own veggies. You get this taste what they taste like when they're
Oh my
not
God,
8
yes.
months old.
Oh my
and
God,
used
yes.
with
Oh
bread.
my God, yes.
Yeah,
I
we were
mean,
eating collard greens raw because they were sugary.
oh
sweet.
yeah. Oh my
It was
God, yeah.
amazing.
Oh my God, yeah. Because when I was able to grow, plants before all of the stray cats showed up and they started eating the stuff, and then I got birds that are now overeating. Oh, because all these animals, they're coming out of the woods saying, "Oh my God, look at all this food here." So we don't
Yeah.
get anything. No, but I remember picking off green beans and picking off peas and just eating them straight right off the vine. Oh my God, they were the most tastiest vegetables I ever had. And then I also had another tree there, a beet tree, and that yielded pretty good.
Beet tree. I want one of those. I love
Well,
beets. Hey, I saw you talking on another show, Missy.
oh
Missy.
yeah, Hot Mess Missy.
Yeah. You're all were talking about beets, and I agree.
Oh
Beets
yeah,
are
she's.
underrated. I
Oh
love
my
beets.
God, oh my God, she's such a goof, and you've been on that. Yeah, you've seen her
I've
stuff
never
before.
seen her live. I'm not subscribed to her.
Okay, no, but she's hysterical. She's
But I had
funny as
heard
hell.
she was good, so I went looking, and there you were.
Yeah.
So
Eternal
yeah,
Doorman says fresh vegetables are a different idea. Oh, absolutely, yes.
yeah,
Oh my God, they taste so much better.
yeah.
So much better, Doorman. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we had beets. It was funny because I think the night I watched you talking about beets being underrated is a night that we had beets on a salad. So, yeah, I love beets.
you know what? It's got to be fresh beets because beets out of a can I can't eat.
Don't like them pickled either.
No, oh, well, no, I don't like anything pickled.
Oh, I like pickled beets.
I like pickles. I like gherkins. But I don't like pickled eggs. I don't like eggs of any kind except scrambled or sunny side up. But I don't like, any kind of like pickled kind of
You can have
stuff.
vinegar. Yeah, I love vinegar items.
I don't like pickled apples. I don't like, pickled eggplant or stuff like that.
Pickled okra is good.
No, I can't do it.
It is good. No, we don't have goats.
Eternal Dormant, yeah, no goats.
That's not. Yeah, we didn't have gators.
Roughly.
Pansy, you don't have goats.
No, trust me. And I don't want to see a bunch of, goats coming over here now eating a bunch of crap. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but then I might not have to pay such a high garbage bill.
Yeah.
Just let the goats eat the cans and the old pizza boxes today.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it because our yard's so big. They could eat time up and they could do the weed eating.
Oh my God.
They tend to eat vegetation all the way down the root. So
Jen, and did you see what Internal Dorman said? Said you have goats too? That might be why you had alligators. Yeah.
Fresh kids to an alligator as good as fresh carrots are to a rabbit. True. Now, my neighbor has chickens, rabbit, and cats.
And you know what's funny? A couple of years in Orlando, somebody was in Walt Disney World, and they were like playing around one of the ponds, and their daughter got bit by an alligator. She said, "Oh my God, I can't believe my daughter got bit by an alligator." And I felt like saying, "Where the fuck do you think you were, Montana?"
Well, alligator bites, their teeth are full of bacteria. It's really
Oh
bad.
yeah. And like with alligators, is like all of the power is like going down. They can't lift their jaws up.
Right, you could grab squeeze and then keep their mouth shut.
Right.
If their mouth is open, they can just
Oh yeah.
break the bone in a second.
Now, the worst Florida story I think I've ever heard was when I lived down there was, Lake Ivanhoe.
Yes, that's
Downtown
in
Orlando.
Orlando. I know. Yes, I know exactly where that is because I actually saw. Oh, because they have a like little concert venue there.
Yeah.
I actually saw Rick Derringer down there.
Wow.
No, but go ahead. But
they had that ski jump there too.
Yes. Mhm.
Right? So they
No. Oh, they did. I don't know if they have it now,
I think
but
they took
did.
it down because
Yeah.
liability or something later on. But Somebody skied. I used to ski over there. Apparently, somebody skied into a moccasin nest.
Oops.
Yeah,
You're lost.
yeah. I mean, Orlando Regional isn't that far, but
No, it's not.
I
No,
don't
it's
think
not.
they
It's
survived that.
no, it's not because it's right down Orange Avenue.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, gee, and imagine that. Oh, Orlando has a street named Orange Avenue, and
like,
it also has
like Georgia
and
with Peachtree.
yeah, and it also has. And Jen, I know you know that. Oh, this street, the world famous OBT.
Oh yes.
Chris, and do you know what the OBT is? Have you ever been to Orlando?
Not that part of it. No, just driven through.
Ooh, loaded. Oh, that is a. It's called the Orange Blossom Trail.
Okay.
And any sort of vice or decrepit sexual preference or desire or
So
oh,
it's
you
the
can
Churchill Bridge Road of Orlando.
Yes.
Okay. Every town has a little, of any size.
okay, no, but the
Nice
no,
part of town.
no, but the OBT goes all the way from like Kissimmee to Apopka. It's giant.
Wow,
Yeah, it's a really long road.
that's great.
It's a really long road.
And the whole road is the same, no matter where you are. It's the same.
Junkie.
Years and years ago, this was a good 25. Well, this would have been maybe a few years before we met. I was driving around Florida on a trip, and there was one turnpike. I forget which one it was, but there was a 10-cent toll. And I forget which tollway it was, but so I was thinking, what the hell? If you're stopping me to take a toll, charge me $1.
No,
There's
we're
no point
married.
to-
it was off of the Beeline Expressway.
Oh,
Beeline.
Beeline
Every exit, you
Expressway.
have to
Yeah.
Well,
pay a
the
nickel or a
Beeline
dime.
was-
Yeah,
I
the
think that's
Beeline
what it was,
Express.
but this was, I have been on there before we met.
Oh, okay, because
But,
it couldn't have
yeah.
been okay, because it couldn't have been the Crosstown Expressway because that's kind of new.
Yeah.
It's the Beeline. This was really
The
old.
Yeah.
Beeline, because
Yeah.
you know how every exit.
Oh,
has a
okay,
nickel.
yeah, because that went from that goes from like SeaWorld out to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
10-cent toll. I mean, I thought that was.
What the hell is the
idea.
government? Oh, what the hell is the state going to do with 10 cents?
And it's been like that since I was a kid down there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Hopefully, you're charging more now. Just to
and then people say, "Oh, okay, but in Florida, you guys don't have to pay sales tax." No, but you gotta got a toll on every single road.
Yeah.
Well, you have property taxes. They get the money elsewhere. The states that have no state income tax will they'll get the money somehow. It's stored out on citizens, out of
And-
the visitors.
And oh my God, and like doing taxes, I am so glad that Florida does not have a state income tax because I know how stupid the fuckers were coming in to do their federal taxes. I can't imagine all the idiocy that I have to put up with state tax.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got state tax here in Georgia.
Yeah, yeah.
Penny Lane, Florida. Where is that?
Pocket.
Penny Lane, Florida. I don't know, Eternal Dorman. Where's Penny Lane, Florida? I grew up here. I don't know. I thought that's where. Okay, that's not where the Beatles sang that song, was it? Or was that in London?
Oh, Naples.
Naples, huh?
Penny Lane Museum's in Dunedin. And then you have Penny Lane, Naples, Florida.
Oh. Did not know that. I haven't been to Naples that much.
Where did we go in Florida? Like staying in that was it St. George Island or
St. George
Where we go?
Island.
this was like the Panhandle, way west.
Oh, St. George Island.
Yeah, St. George Island. That's
St.
where's-
George Island up off of Panama City Beach,
Oh, okay.
that
Oh.
area.
Oh, okay, guys. Well, if you want to hang out for a little bit, because I got to go to the potty. If
Yeah,
you,
we'll hang out.
If you don't want, okay, yeah, okay. So entertain somebody or entertain
Oh.
yourselves.
So Penny Lane in Liverpool was a road with a 1 penny toll. I mean, why bother?
1 penny toll.
I guess it would have been a pence, right? Would it be a pence? Would have been a penny. What's the lowest denomination in?
I think it was a pence.
Yeah, British. Yeah. I won't go myself as well, I suspect.
And look at his hair now. Oh, look at my fucked up hair.
Oh, you look fine. You look fine. Rooster tail. Those days are over. So, Eternal Dorman, do you normally stay up late on Tom's channel? Because I know he does some like 2, 3 o'clock ones. I was on last night for a short while. It was fun. I kind of came in at the last, I don't know, hour. I saw you in there. But I definitely came later than I normally do. And I always miss Michelle's stuff. But where do you live, Eternal Dorman? Hey, Bopak, late again. Pansy's gone to get her ruler. She heard you were coming down the hall. So, you know, she's going to get some hand wax tonight. Oh, sorry you have life crisis. That's sorry. I'm sorry. Life can be that way sometimes. But, you know, I feel for you. But the good thing is things get better, right? Oh yeah, you're on San Diego time. Oh, okay. So how is it down in Tecate? I've never been to Baja. I lived in LA and I've been to Mexico several times. I want to get down to Mexico City. Oh no, Bopak, are you okay? That's terrible. I hope you have the insurance. Yeah, that's the important thing.
Oh, hello there, Greek. Hello there, Mr. Krista Greek. How are you, dear?
Yeah, Chris said his car was totaled.
Oh,
They were in
yikes.
an accident today. That's why he came late.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh man. Yeah, that's terrible. It's just scary. Very scary.
I mean, because I would say something funny, but having your car totaled is not funny.
It
So.
sucks. It sucks. We had, well, Chris's mom's car was totaled. We were all on our way back from Pawleys Island a couple years ago. And then Chris's car got totaled. What, the year before that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never fun to deal with. It's terrible.
Well, I mean, at the first, you know, any.
Oh, hello,
accident
Mr.
you walk
Carlos.
away from,
Hey,
yeah,
Carlos.
and if you're physically okay, there's a relief there, but then there's the paperwork and trying to get the car replaced and anybody.
Oh,
Other
oh,
than the COVID era, it's like super expensive to get a
yeah.
car replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Krista Greek. Yeah, but like where you live, can you take like a city bus or anything? I mean, I know that sucks because when I, you know, had my DUI, I had to learn how to take buses.
Yeah,
So,
Carlos says hi. Carlos Martinez.
Carlos, the reason there was no Boyd Wrestling, I believe, is because Coach was working a lot of hours though this week, and yeah, man, I think
I think he did some overtime.
yeah, he worked
Like
like
two.
he worked like 2 double shifts or something. I think that's why there wasn't any. And so Chris the Greek says I used to take the bus, but here it, oh yeah, that's a
Oh, that rots.
yeah, that sucks.
Hopefully your insurance will get you a car, a rental car.
Okay, because you live in Michigan, just get like a snowmobile.
No, he's in the Northeast.
Oh,
Yeah.
still, get a snowmobile.
There's going to be a lot of power outages.
I guess Northeast. He's in Delaware, I think.
Still,
Am I right?
get a snowmobile.
Yeah, our neighbor, we got word that Chris was coming home. He saw the police over at the neighbor's house. Then they texted me and said that the guy right next to me got their car stolen last night. And I was up till 4. I didn't hear anything. And then she said they went through her car. But I guess our driveway is too long and too dark. Don't know if they'll be getting met with a gun, I guess.
Although if you hear of a neighbor getting their car broken into,
Yeah, you don't want to mess
do
with that.
watch out for the next 2 weeks because
Yeah,
they tend to happen in rashes.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
And they'll come back to that same neighborhood and steal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she was like, lock your car. I'm like, heck, I never lock my car.
Okay,
they
see,
break a window.
Okay, see, because and Chris, the music expert, I have to, differentiate between you and Chris the Greek. But it says that he's borrowing a truck, so that's cool.
Okay.
Carlos says I should have put out together the best of wrestling for everyone. Yeah, but I don't know. That would have been a lot of work, Carlos. Featuring me. Yeah. No, because you know what kind of sucked is because this was supposed to be the return of the Valkyrie. This week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think that everybody by now figured out, that Pansy Gronsky is really the Valkyrie. I think they figured that out.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that you are No, you're just a unified hardcore champion. You're not the troll champion. You're the unified hardcore champion. If you want to stick troll in there, Carlos, you can, because you deserve it. But no, but one thing about Carlos is he's always funny. He's always funny.
So this is where Tom would say, speaking of hardcore, Pansy, have you ever done hardcore porn?
And actually, I can legitimately say, movies or magazines.
Oh gosh, poor Tom.
And now when it comes to snarky remarks, when you ask me, you're gonna get something. A snarky remark.
Well, it was funny when he asked Interneil the other night, like if he reached into somebody's pants who he thought was a woman who, had breast and
Right.
was a female and then found a penis, what would he do? He's like, they're intersex people. You just...
Well, that's like my song.
He didn't care.
Oh,
He'd go for it.
okay. Well, that's like my song. Spare change, and he was with a girl, and he went down south, and he felt something strange. That's when he realized that she had spare change.
That's right.
Chris.
With the drag queen in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Yes,
that's what it's
yes,
called,
yes.
Hiding My Candy.
Yes. Chris, and have you heard any of my original songs on the YouTube?
There's the Three Kings song, but I don't think I've heard
Yeah.
any of the others.
Oh, really? You never
Yeah,
heard?
you haven't heard the
Oh,
recent-
okay. You never heard the Happy Bunny? Oh, well. Oh, the Happy Bunny. Oh, that nice Easter song that I wrote.
Okay. I'll check it out. Happy
Yeah.
Bunny.
The Happy Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy Bunny is good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And now you know me well enough to know that there's something wrong with anything I write called the Happy Bunny. There's something not right about it.
I'm looking for an ironic twist. We shall see.
Oh, Jen, ironic twist. Oh, you think that? Oh, okay, because Chris the Greek said that he liked the Bunny song. So,
There we go.
and honestly, He's kind of as messed up as you are. And that's a compliment. Trust me. That's a compliment.
Well, we have Patricia Long is puking.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry that you're puking. Why? Is that because Carlos is on the chat?
And
Oh, no.
Patricia
Okay,
Long.
no. Patricia Long. I know what she's talking about. Block her.
Gone. Gone. Patty be gone.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, who cares? No, I was gonna say, I don't remember this. I guess I do kind of remember Cinemas After Dark. But we were talking about in another channel how in the county I lived in Florida, they had a drive-in X-rated movie theater. So you can hang out with all of your neighbors and watch porn and make out. It was the weirdest thing ever. It was funnier than anything. Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, I don't know. We're going on to close to 2 hours and 15 minutes. No, we're past that. You know what? It is 10:30. So.
Time to shut it down.
Yeah, we'll wind her up.
So,
And-
Doorman, do you have a channel?
Eternal Doorman, because there was a site called Kiwi Farms that it's a site where all of the people who dox everyone get all their information.
Docs, everything.
Yes. It's a very rotten channel, and a lot of the shit they actually do just make the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, Jen, because you saw that she said, oh, that Kiwi Farms, so you knew what she was talking about.
Yeah. Well, it's crappy because a lot of YouTubers use it to bash women.
And dox people,
just bash anybody and dox people. It's just awful. And then the people that, go and put that information out there is just disgusting.
I mean, and there's really nothing that can be done about it because it's the Freedom of Information Act that everybody agreed. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look what it's done now.
Yeah, I know that there was one girl. Kind of how I got into YouTube chats anyway was there was this girl. I watch a family that they have a daughter that has autism because I didn't know anything about it. Wanted to know, and she's a nonverbal autistic child. So I wanted to learn more, but they were going on to Kiwi Farms and putting crap out there. And they hate that this guy is showing his autistic daughter because she doesn't have a right to decline because she's nonverbal. But they're putting that money into trust that they're making on YouTube so that when they die, somebody can take care of their daughter who will never be able to work.
Okay, so here's another one from that same thing.
Yeah. So, but it's really disgusting how people behave. Just be nice. If nobody's hurting anyone, it's nobody's business. So.
Yeah, just change the channel.
Change the channel.
Yeah. Oh, imagine that.
Good night, Chris. Chris is taking our advice and leaving.
All right, Mr. Chris. All of her messages were deleted. Eternal Doorman because, like I said, that Wiki Farms is a total piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's exactly why.
Yeah, it should be taken down.
Yeah. But, I mean, legally, there's nothing you can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Kimmy Kins.
Oh, you heard that Cardi B won, was it $1.25 million off of YouTube that was harassing her and saying stuff about her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And even though I don't like her, I'm glad that somebody's getting back at YouTube.
Well, I love that it was in the Atlanta Circuit Courts.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where I'm from. So if I ever have any issues, you know, yeah. All right, let's see.
And you know what?
Eternal Doorman, I am subscribed, and
And you know what I love about these things is how they can just make up new phony bullshit accounts at a minute's notice, and YouTube needs to stop that shit.
well, they need to block people.
But they don't.
IP
But they don't.
address.
Oh, but they don't because they make too much money. They don't care. It's like that whole thing about when I got doxxed. I went through a lot of trouble, and there was a lot of people that helped me. I went through a lot of trouble, and the cops even told me that YouTube was so unhelpful and so unresponsive because they don't care.
Mhm. And here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think in a way that these chats and these groups are healthy for people who are isolated more than they were 2 years ago.
I
I
don't
think it's
blame.
important.
No, I don't blame that. I don't blame that. I
No,
just.
I'm saying that the YouTube environment is healthy for those who are more isolated.
I
To
don't
be able
know.
to socialize.
Yeah, but then you get even more of these kind of people who come out of the woodworks because they had nothing to begin with, and now they have less.
Well, I think they definitely have some issues. They may have been dealing with depression before they got on YouTube, and now this is how they deal with it instead of being a social creature and a social being and try to understand and ask questions and
It's that whole mentality of I want everyone else to be as miserable as I am.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
And
exactly.
It's just pathetic.
yeah. And I'm sure Miss Long, I mean, I'm sure she has a few things that she's not proud
And guaranteed, you know that's not the person's name.
of. No. But we were
Yeah.
talking about that I think Tom brought that up in his channel the other night. Like,
Yes.
You know,
Oh, yes,
we've all
Dorman. That's
done-
what being doxxed means. Yes.
yeah, we've all done something that we regret or wasn't the best choice, right? And maybe hurt somebody or, even breaking up with your first boyfriend and whatever. I mean,
Mercifully, we did all that before Facebook existed. And it was memorialized forever in the newsfeed.
yeah, but I mean, we've
So-
all done something that we're not proud of, and you have nothing to not be proud of. So you're entertaining, you kick butt at the Moose Lodge, Everybody
No,
loves you.
and so basically, Kim said just it in 4 simple words.
Mm-hmm.
Those are miserable people indeed.
Yeah, yeah. So
Except then
and
you
it's too
have
bad.
okay, but then you have sometimes people like Carlos, and Carlos, he trolls people's accounts, but he's not out of the way exceptionally mean to people. A lot of times he does say that have sometimes been of questionable nature, but he's good-hearted and he's fun to chat with.
Well, I think his first question to me was, "Do I wear diapers too?"
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. I do believe that. I do believe that.
And I
Yeah.
think I asked him if that was his fetish
Yeah.
or something, and yeah, and then he disappeared. But that's okay. I like Carlos.
Pansy, Dirty Diaperhead Cancer Center was blocked.
Wow.
Gee, isn't that fucking nice, you piece of shit, whoever said that.
Wow.
I am
That's
so-
really disgusting.
I am so glad that you feel better for that now. Just how can you be so fucking rotten?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jen, looks like it's about time to cut it down because, because all these people are just gonna, keep doing this now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's
Right. And so you're right, Henry. There's a fine line between harassment and having fun. Right. So.
mhm.
All right, Chris and
Yeah,
Jen.
well, hold
So,
on, before you close it down, just talk a little bit more
okay, no,
about what
because
we're gonna do coming up.
oh, yeah, like I said, are like 10, which we consider to be our most beautiful songs. It can be any genre, any kind of song, slow, mid-tempo, guar, whatever. Which, trust me, I don't have guar on my list, even though
Mine
I
is
made it.
Big Brown Beaver.
Well, you can put that down if that.
Well, the challenge of this is we're all three of us are going to come up with songs that none of the other two are.
Right. Okay.
With.
Okay.
If the right words to describe it will be the challenge.
Right. Okay. So we do. I can guarantee you that there will be no triumvirates on the next one.
Probably not. Yeah. What are the odds that we'd all pick the same one for number 6 or number 8?
Yeah.
Unlikely.
Pansy Dirty Diaper at Cancer Center. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I just hope you feel better about yourself now. I really do.
Yeah, that's pretty low. That is pretty low.
And I would. What?
I wonder if when they get it, they'll be laying there thinking about this
I doubt it.
harassment that they've given
I
them.
doubt it. I doubt it. And, because I have to wear diapers because I had anal and rectal cancer. That's why I have to wear diapers. So think about that, you miserable person.
Mm.
Okay, see, but like people like that, Jen, me talking about them, they're not even there because they don't stick around. They just post that. They just post it.
Right.
And that's why I'm pissed when I deleted my channel, because I should have saved all of my stuff.
Oh yeah, make backups of your videos. For sure.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Because you could.
Yeah.
You may have to re-upload them to an entirely separate channel, and
Yeah.
those videos represent hours and hours of work. So it's good to get in the habit. There are utilities that help you download video, but I'm not familiar with them, but I'm sure you are.
So anyway, so
Okay, here we got another great
is
one.
anyone else going live tonight?
Here we got another one. Liar, you fetishize the diaper at the cancer center.
Is anyone else going live tonight that anyone is aware of?
I don't get it. You can talk about it. They've lost. Yeah. I don't know. Not me. It's too cold. I'm gonna lay in the. I'm gonna lay in my dirty diaper and watch monster movies.
With your baba?
Yeah, and I'll make sure that I eat a lot of Hot Pockets so they're nice and juicy when it comes out.
Oh my God.
It's like I said, there's people who fucked with me. They fucked with the wrong people because...
I don't know, the folks that do the swatting, they'll
Well, this harassment, I mean, it's
well,
just
and they'll keep
terrible.
doing it. At some point, they'll get busted. At some point, they'll get finished.
Karma's a
It may
bitch.
take a while, but
all I know is that the governor of Florida, and it comes into law in June, put swatting and anything like that now as a felony,
Felony.
good.
where it is a misdemeanor now. But come June, like June 1st, I think, when the new laws take place, it becomes a felony.
Yeah.
That is when the DAs will take it more to heart and more
Right.
serious.
Right, and what were you told about the number of swatting that happens?
Oh my God! Right here in like Pasco County, the cop told me that there's at least 10 to 12 a week.
That's ridiculous.
Incredible waste.
And Pasco County is not that big.
And people complain about police response or you're wasting
And like
time.
defund
It's stupid.
Okay, and like defund the police, defund the
But no,
police.
the police aren't being defunded. Like people, the budgets are rising and rising, but crime is lower than it ever was, and it's lower than it was in the '80s. It's gradually gone down over the last, 40 years. But people, they watch too much news.
Yeah, right, Dorman. Yeah, yeah. Maybe if they put more effort into um, sleeping, or digging a hole that they can bury themselves in, at least they're doing something more useful.
Oh gosh,
Or maybe eat more hot pockets.
there you go.
Oh, because that's what they're doing. They're sitting down in like their mother's basement in their underwear in front of a computer, with like a light bulb, hanging from a frayed string, saying, yelling up to their mother, "Mom, I want more hot pockets, Mom."
Well, they're probably drinking what? Do they still make White Label that was like $3 for an 18 pack?
Yes, oh yeah, they still do.
What's the price on White Label now? Because you don't get that here.
I don't know. I don't even think they sell it here anymore either.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, my God.
Swatting is calling in cops on false pretext, right? Okay, and Eternal Dorman, when it happened to me in December, I was on my panel, and a lot of people, and if you don't mind me saying, Jen was even here and heard the cops banging
Knocking on the door.
on my door.
Yeah, and taking it to mind that her partner has dementia.
And
He's like 6'4" and he's a
And-
big dude.
and he has cardio problems because he had to go to the hospital the next day.
Mhm. Well, in the middle of the night, morning.
Yeah,
whatever.
well, yeah, but
It was
yeah.
stupid. Yeah. But yeah. They told her to come to the door with her hands up. Yeah, fair enough. Ridiculousness.
And then they came in and they realized, that we were normal people, but they still wanted to check the house because they had called it in is that somebody was being held at my residence against their will. So they wanted to check all the rooms, and by the time they got the guy to the by the time they were on the second floor, they realized that it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Because we live in a 2-story house, so.
But yeah, it was a terrible night. Terrible night. But Pansy, how many videos did you have before you took them down? You had like 70 almost.
I had 1,100 viewers.
Yeah, but you had like 70
Oh yeah,
videos or so.
yeah. And like I said, hindsight, I could have saved them all. But, and then I got mad because after all that almost didn't bother me as much as that other character whose name I'm not even going to mention, who I think, who, I don't know, Jen. Well, I'll mention the guy's name.
Yeah, just no.
No, but
no, we won't even go there.
Yeah.
We won't even talk about it. We won't even give him, I wouldn't waste my breath.
So Eternal Dorman says, I remember seeing a video by Jerry Elmsworth where she got interrupted by police knocking on the door. Yeah, and people think that's funny. Yeah, yes. Oh, yes, Eternal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
okay. That's called swatting, right? And the reason why they call it swatting is because they bring it almost like a SWAT team, because there were 6 cops here.
Yeah, when they hear you have a domestic violence situation, well, number one, domestic violence situation is the police worst nightmare. I mean, they'll take a bank robbery, drunk driver, anything over a domestic violence.
Because you don't know what kind of state of mind the people are in.
Right, and how it can escalate and everything. And so when they get a call like that, they are going to be on, high alert and It's stressful for the police officers. And the worst of it, I think, was, well, you were very upset, but Al is, I mean, bless his heart. You know, he didn't understand it with his dementia and everything. It was terrible. So,
And one reason too, that's why we had to change all of our information.
mhm, yeah. But I mean, karma's a, like I said, karma's a bitch. So,
So, all right, well,
Yeah.
no, things got quiet
Wrap
again.
things up.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe they kind of were listening. I doubt it, but
I doubt, but you know, they probably passed out. Took another shot, passed out, you know.
or found somebody even more fucked up than me to mess with.
I don't know. The two of us
Well,
can get more messed up than that.
yeah, I know. And then we have, the poor innocent bystander there.
Yeah.
People are so mean to each other online, and it's that people would act like, oh, absolutely, Kimmy Kins. You know that they are not brave enough to say 1/100th of the shit that they'll say to you online.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean because I'm not all that big and mean and tough. I'm only 5'10". But I used to be a good college swimmer, and I got no problem shooting you in the head with my crossbow pistol. I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube.
No, that's awesome though. Crossbow pistol.
Yeah, it is. And it's got like these, little bolts. I mean, it doesn't have the full pressure of a big crossbow, but still, that son of a bitch will stick in your head.
Maybe I need to get Uncle Johnny to make me one of those.
Yeah. Well,
His uncle
Okay,
offered
yes,
to
hon.
make me a crossbow.
Yeah.
And because I shot his, now I was like 35 pounds or something, but I hit the bullseye the first time ever shooting it. And he was like, I'll make you one if you want. He was excited that I loved it,
And then you can actually be like the Robin Hood of the neighborhood.
Yeah. Shoot the guy stealing the cars next door. Holy cow.
Yeah, exactly, Hunter. They're cowards. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Well, we're well past 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Good seeing all of you here.
Yes.
see everybody.
So
Might have
remember,
another group coming in too, Hunter. You like having company, Hunter? I like you having company.
remember in 2 weeks we're doing our 10 most beautiful songs that are beautiful to you for whatever reason.
All right, 8 p.m.
Yes.
Feb 12. Got it.
Yep.
Yes,
That's going
yes.
to be the Valentine's Day special. Is that what we're going to dub it?
Or the bimbo birthday bash, or
Okay.
maybe I'll wear, and that I always wear goofy shit. Maybe I'll wear like a party hat.
Yeah. Well, I may have one because I mean we need to just celebrate both our birthdays.
Yeah, because yours is when?
18th, 4 days.
Yeah,
after.
yeah. I knew that it was right there close.
Can you imagine? He has so much pressure. He'll give me a dozen roses and a dozen eggs, hard boiled.
No, but the funny thing is you'll get a dozen eggs, but he'll eat 11 and a half of them.
That's true.
Them eggs are yummy.
She's got your number.
Chris,
Well, I mean, years ago,
Chris, like I told you, my friend, once I got a good piece of working material, I'm not going to let it go until I get tired of it.
we worked every angle of the
Oh, absolutely. And trust me, I can fit deviled eggs into any sort of conversation.
That's right.
Okay, Kimmy Kins. Well, thank you for coming on, dear. And your
Good seeing
words,
everyone.
and Kimmy Kin, your words were very true and very thoughtful. And
Yes, thank you.
and like that's what I like on my stream. I like, just like positive things. And as always, when I end my stream, I want to thank every single person who has come on, who has been on. Thank you for your time, because I'm sure that there's better things that you could be doing, like laying in front of a space heater, laying in front of a a oh, what are those big things called where you put logs in them?
Fireplace?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because we got ours running downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't run mine. Mine's reserved for if we run out of power, because I don't want to clean the damn thing.
Eternal Doorman. Okay, and Jen, you see what he says? Eternal
Yes.
Doorman. If you can think of 10 beautiful songs, and we would be honored to have a fourth person on the panel. No, and really, you know, think of 10 beautiful songs that mean something to you, and you do have to explain a little bit why it's a beautiful song to you. Don't say, oh, this is a beautiful song because, oh, just because I like it. No, it's got to be a little more than that. But, you know, but you don't have to go on to, you know, like a 2-hour, you know, soliloquy
Yeah.
about it.
But not. I like "Babe, I Love You" by Styx because
No,
I love you.
no,
in it.
no.
That
No,
song's not allowed anyway. We're gonna say it right now. That song is not allowed.
and neither is Beth.
No Beth, no babes.
Oh, what's another? Okay, one song that we can think of that we hate.
We could probably go back to our one-hit wonder.
MacArthur Park.
Yeah, but that didn't really.
That song grows on you like a fungus.
It's
It's
not
so
really
bad,
like-
it's compelling.
Okay, okay, but now, first of all, I don't
Good
want
night,
to.
Eternal Doorman. I might
I
see you
don't.
later.
I don't want to chat with somebody who considers that a top 10 beautiful song.
Right.
Okay,
Connor
because
said 8675309. Right?
hey, if
What was
you
your
consider
phone
that if you consider that a beautiful song, add it. That's
What was your phone number growing up?
It was 8675119.
Yeah.
That was very close. Mercifully, I didn't get.
Eternal Doorman. Okay, I was thinking of joining in on chat, but okay, 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks
2
at
weeks,
8
yeah.
o'clock.
See you then.
Sounds great.
And like I said, my birthday is the 14th. Jen's is on the 18th. So if you have a party hat, you know, you can wear it. And if
Yeah.
you want to bring cake too, or
And Eternal Doorman, it's any
Instrumentals are
genre
allowed.
you want.
Yes.
or
Anything.
instrumentals, yes. Oh, and speaking of instrumentals, somebody from the Ventures just died a couple of days ago. You know, the Ventures, they did
Yeah, I did. 550. Yeah, I didn't even hear that.
I don't remember the name of the artist, but yeah. Let me see.
Oh, okay. Well, the band was the Ventures,
Mhm.
but I don't remember who it was in the Ventures.
Well, sad. We're all
Yes.
getting older.
Yeah.
We're all getting older. We don't have time for trolls.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Okay, guys.
Head out.
Again, you know, thank you everybody for coming on. Chris and Jen, I will talk to you, I'm sure, sometime this week.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds and-
good.
Thank you everybody for coming on.
All right. Tell Al.
Bye-bye.
Hey. All right.
See you later.
Love y'all. Bye.
Al is asleep. Oh, it's last time I saw him, he was asleep. There were 3 cats laying on him in front of the big fiery place.
Was he holding hot dogs in both hands? Ice cold hot dogs.
So 8 o'clock Florida is actually 5 o'clock in California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're 3 hours behind.
Yep.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, see you
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.